Good evening, everybody. Oh wait, it helps if I don't close my volume mixer when I try to unmute you guys. I still can't hear you. It's fine. How's everybody doing tonight?
See, this is why I just wave whenever you say hello, because either you're going to be muted or we're going to be muted.
That's all right. They can't see you wave anyway by that point.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
all right then.
So you just look like an ass because you don't say anything.
So the last, 4 months of waving, nobody ever saw that.
No. We get to see the wave, and that's
Yeah,
what
that's true.
really matters. But other than that,
It's a visual cue for everybody in Zoom that Mag should be laughing loudly in the next few seconds. It's everybody's cue
Max
to
should
make
be
a joke.
laughing loudly. Rojan should be yelling at me about something. I should be making an awkward, really embarrassed face.
So it's a good visual cue. You can keep doing it. I say having never ever actually seen it. So how's
So I
everybody
could be
doing?
lying and you'd never know.
You could be. I would be none the wiser.
I'm doing pretty okay. How about you guys?
I have one of these, so I'm doing fine.
I'm doing pretty good today myself.
Right on. What'd you all get up to this week? Anything fun?
Not fun for me.
Skyrim.
Yeah, kind of.
Skyrim.
Yep.
Lots of that. And
Making Spooner go insane while I'm killing everybody in a town.
As you should. I mean, if you're gonna play a murder hobo, Skyrim's the place to do it.
Hey, I got the ebony blade. I had to go murder hobo to fully power it up.
I streamed a little bit of WoW today. I started at level
that.
1, but then there were douchebag alliance people killing quest givers. So then I started an alliance tune, and then there were douchebag horde players killing the quest givers. So I rage quit and just stopped the stream.
Yeah, at this point, that's
Yeah.
just like there are douchebag people.
Right.
Mayhaps you move to a different. Mayhaps you start level 1 on another server.
Right. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
but then
not
I
if
don't
you-
have them.
I know. Then there's no money, and there's no bags. There's no.
No.
No heirlooms.
No.
Yeah, no heirloom.
No, you still have heirlooms.
Oh yeah, right. That's
That's
account.
right. They're account wide now. That's right.
But you don't get. Like I don't
The
want
money.
to start with the handicap.
Yeah.
You got to have that bag space.
I don't know. I'm apparently a masochist and just like I will pick a random server and be like, I'm gonna create a character on this one and fuck it. So and just start from the ground up again. I don't know.
I
It's
started
fun.
to, but then I was like, but the monies.
You can't be a level 1 Scrooge McDuck.
No.
See, I got to do DM's table earlier today, which was a ton of fun, and figure out that apparently my dump stat is butts. So that's
nice.
great.
Wait, your dump stat is butts?
It is. There was a hypothetical, like, we were talking about stats, and butts came up as the stat for whatever reason. And I was like, yeah, I have like -2 in butts, so butts is apparently my dump stat.
This is highly appropriate for a current company. This is highly.
I just like how you seemingly, in some sort of mature language, mature sense, didn't bust up by combining the words butts and dump.
You know, it didn't come up.
See, I thought you were just very
I'm proud of you guys.
cleverly kind of insinuating that. Like you didn't make it obvious, but it was very clearly intentional. Apparently not.
No, it was. I was just referring to the fact that I'm white and have no ass. So like, it's a fucking ironing board back there. So,
I don't know, but I've been there. It's not the Appalachians, but it's alright. It's alright.
But yeah,
I mean, then you got me on the other end of that.
but that was fun. It was me and Askren from Exploding Dice and Eric Vargaris sitting around talking about D&D and DMing stuff for a couple hours. It was a good time.
I like how you used Samoya and Crest's story multiple times as an
did.
example.
It came up. It did. It came up with like, how do you work in a new character? And we just happened to have that having gone on with you guys, and also like, how do you tie two characters together? And like, well, the players have to kind of be in on that. So it came up again. But yeah, it was a good talk. I enjoyed it, as I always do whenever I get to go over there. So that was a lot of fun. Spooner, you've been streaming and carrying my scrub ass through the Destiny raid.
Yeah, we did the Destiny raid, and it's funny because we can bang through it so easily, and then it's just like one or two buggy, stupid, kind of glitchy things will happen, and you're brick walling for like 4 hours.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with baths this week. That was ridiculous.
Dude, and then the other day we went, we took Pixel Monkey, another broadcaster. We took him last night, really late at night. It was like impromptu. They were like, Spoon, lead this thing. So I led the thing, and we did baths like on first try, like second try.
I was gonna say, my first time in there, we got baths on like the second or third try. Like it was just super easy without me even knowing what the fuck I was doing. This time I knew what I was doing, and we were sitting there like, all right, try 15. Fuck.
Yeah, it's been this funky, weird thing happening lately, and I'm gonna chalk it up to the server instability because the DLC's dropping on Tuesday. But other than that, man, I've been living the Skyrim life and then doing Destiny stuff with you guys, and then going back to the Skyrim life. Like I'm not playing it off stream, but I really wanna because I'm addicted. So I'm watching Rojan play it, and watching somebody play it when you yourself want to is very frustrating. It's like a puppet show, but you can't control the puppet. You know? So
Yeah,
it's, like,
that's a good
really
comparison.
frustrating.
HP Fox, what have you been getting up to this week? Other than killing everyone in your D&D game.
That is a thing that I did, and it's not even an exaggeration this time. I literally did kill everyone, except for myself. So, you know,
Did they
small
like
victory.
fail their death saves? Like they're done? They're
No,
gone?
Oh, no,
didn't
there
even
was no
get death
saves.
They
Oh,
were
straight up turned them
disintegrated.
to ash.
Yep.
So the characters are gone. They don't exist anymore.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're probably not going to be super happy with me, but we'll play it by ear.
2
We'll figure
years.
it out.
Well, good job, man.
Yeah. Who's bound to happen
Wishes
eventually.
are one of those things that like even I saw the wording and I was like, yeah,
They-
everybody was fucked.
Yeah.
That tattoo that says no regrets, and it's like, no,
See,
there's no coming back from this.
initially I was like, okay, well, we're fighting like the child of a god, and I can't tell how injured it is. So
Jesus.
I'm just straight up, I need the power to kill this thing. So I'm going to wish for that. Oh, wait, if I wish for that, I'm probably going to die. So, okay, I'm going to wish for protection as well. I'm good. I'm covered. Forgot about the rest of the party.
That's fine. They'll walk it off. It'll be fine.
I'm
Yeah,
stifling
it'll
a
be fine.
highly heretical
And-
joke right now.
And it was funny because I gave you guys that warning because it was even called Ifrit candy.
Yeah, and in the little description of it in my inventory, in all caps, I wrote, "Be careful when you wish." So I thought I was being careful. I just, typical Cassius, thinking about himself and not the rest of the party.
Wish spells are one of those things that like it's always going to go wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, if you do find a way to resurrect everybody, just make sure you mix all the ashes together first.
I was
Yeah,
like a
see-
Cronenberg monster.
Come back
yeah.
as a gibbering mouther.
That's something that I'm concerned about because there are 4 piles of ashes, obviously one for each party member and then one for the child of the god. But I don't remember who was where, so I don't know which pile is which. So if I have to do anything with that, that might be a bit
Do
dicey.
you know what that thing was called in the book? It's a star
Something-
spawn of Cthulhu.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
It's fine.
Good on you.
Yeah,
It
just make
was-
them all together.
Correction roulette. I like it.
I was mildly terrified because I myself almost disintegrated
Mhm.
because of something it did to me. So that's why I used the wish, because I don't want any of that.
You guys are spot on with those Constitution saving throws because it's like
Yeah.
it was a DC 20, and you guys are like, okay, let's just do this.
Yeah. I'm really glad you let me use that ring of advantage on that roll because I'd have been dead otherwise.
Mhm.
But yeah, aside from killing my party and everything else, I also got a job this past week.
Nice. Congratulations.
I had an interview with a very friendly man over at Outpost Games who's developing SOS, which is like a cross between Ark and the Culling.
Yeah,
thing.
I think we decided it was like the culling mixed with Ark. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
So that's going to be happening this month. So I'm excited for that. But
Congratulations. Yeah.
that's about it.
Rojan, Skyrim and killing off player characters for the Tuesday show. What else did you get up to?
No. There's no blame here. There is no blame here. I'm not the one who botched a wish.
You gave
I wanna
Cassius
point
a
out,
wish.
I
Yes.
want to point out that when he used that wish, that thing had 58 HP left. They could have killed it the next round.
Okay, but I also want to point out that I specifically asked him if I could see kind of the state that everyone was in, if I could gauge whether it was close to death or not. And he's like, "You have no idea."
They were
Yeah,
they were all in Arizona. It's fine.
They were all
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
but
state they were in.
yeah, I've been doing like every stream this past week. There's been nothing but Skyrim insanity, and I've been loving it. Thinking about taking it into the Fallout land as well. Don't know if I want to do New Vegas or what, but I'm looking into mods for that. And a lot of my downtime has been planning for Tuesday's game as to exactly what we're gonna do now that 3 of the 4 players are now a pile of ash.
It's fine. It's fine.
I've got an idea for Tiny's character because it's been something he's been talking to me for a while now about. So I have an idea for Tiny.
The rest of them can just walk it off. It'll be all right.
Oh yeah, just take a salt tablet. You're
That's
fine.
right.
But yeah, getting ready for the Dauntless patch that's going to be coming out soon, and Secret of Mana comes out on the 12th.
Right on. Mags, what have you been up to? You gotten your computer back?
I may not need to turn it in.
Okay.
It's just sounding like it's I don't know, like a software bug. So I'm still gonna take it in and see if he can just help walk me through it. The way if it happens again, I know where to go.
Right on.
But it's just one of those stupid things. Why are you literally like this? Other than that,
I was born this way. I'm sorry.
I learned it from you.
I learned it from watching you.
slap all of you. Other than that, no, they have, after a very strongly worded letter to Daybreak about how much I despise the upgrades that they made to their Just Survive version of H1Z1, they fixed it, put it back the way it was. Oh, it was very strongly worded. Like, it was 7 paragraphs long of how bad they fucked up. And apparently I wasn't the only one that sent a letter of this magnitude, so they fixed it. And so I've been playing that and rebuilding my base.
Right on. Alicorn, we know that you streamed some WoW earlier today and got ganked, or got your quest givers ganked. What else did you get up to this week?
Doctor's appointments, basically just trying to feel better, and I found out that I have a new bed that's getting shipped to me because my roommate's a saint, and I will actually be able to sleep well.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Nice. All right, so who wants to grab at inspiration this week and tell us what happened last time?
I'm stepping down from my unofficial role as, like, what is it? The guy,
Lord Keeper?
Lord Keeper of what happened last time on Dragon Ball Z. So,
You don't want to be Kyle Hubert?
dude, I mean, seriously, I mean, I can sum it up real short, but I want to give somebody else a chance to get inspiration. You know, like we're not unless I'm getting force re-rolled into a bard. I'm good. I'm good.
I think both you and I have a plan to roll a bard if one of our if our characters die.
Bugbear Bard Squad, let's go, man. We're
Bards
called
for
the
5th
Bash Brothers.
edition are a lot of fun for the stuff
Yeah,
they've
they
done
are.
with them.
They are. They're great.
Hey,
I
Doug.
You
still
both
need
wear
Humpkin.
sunglasses and everything. You could be named Elwood.
Oh, dude, yes. We'll do a Blues Brothers thing.
Oh, God.
So last week, we made it into a town. I forget what the town's name is, but we
I don't know that. Oh, wait, I did give you a name. Hang on.
you did give me a name,
Very rarely actually named a thing.
Bobville,
Woodhurst.
Woodhurst.
The most generic name ever. Sorry.
Well,
Kevin.
I'm waiting for the day that you name a town Bob. I'm just waiting for it.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
But we got into Woodhurst, and we got roped into participating in a yearly festival competition that the town holds in order to help a half-orc cook be able to provide food for his family for the next year. While we were like making preparations for this, Alexis found out that a certain tabaxi put on a mask that she wasn't supposed to, and now has midnight eating binge habits. So, being the pillar of truth and honesty that he is, he thought the best way to handle this was to talk to Azaka. And that promptly got botched when Fives went in with his
Brutal
perfect,
honesty.
Tactful grace.
yeah, his tactful grace, yes, and just said, "Cat, put on mask," which threw her into a fit of tears, having her run out of town on her raptor, with Lexus giving chase in his angelic form, only to have the two of them fight because she transformed into a were-tiger and then ran off into the wilds. Meanwhile, everyone else almost got killed by a Trent, but this time, thanks to the tactful resources of Fives, they were saved because he was able to talk their way out of that one. And for the remainder of the night, we pretty much Battle Chef Brigade, where we would beat up monsters and then cook them and present them to a judge. And so far, our team is kicking ass.
Yeah.
We've gone through 2 portions so far. I think we've got what, 1 or 2 more.
Yep. So you guys went through the appetizer, which was the knoll ear jerky, and then you went through the salad, which was the blessed woodwood salad, and you have 2 more courses to finish out the night. Go ahead and give yourself a point of inspiration for that, Rojan. So when we left off, you guys had presented the salad. It did well. And so we're now moving on to the 3rd course. The wizards come out. They bless your circle again. You all get the benefits of a long rest. So go ahead and make sure that you give yourselves back your spell slots and your hit points and whatnot for that.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, we're all good.
And then after a few minutes of there's some festivities around the area, and you guys are just kind of waiting around, and then the mayor gets up on his platform again, and he calls the festivities to attention, and he says, at this point in the festival, we have eliminated 2 teams and we are down to the remaining 4. This is the main course, and as such, 2 teams will be eliminated at the end of the judging. And he says, "Wizards, to your places!" And the wizards stand outside their ring of hay bales around you guys, and their wands are all kind of focused into the center. And he says, "Tonight's main course will be served to not only myself, but a handful of others who have won the competition in the end, or in the previous years, to judge your presentation of Tenderize Spectator Tentacles." And with that...
Oh, no.
I hate you.
Oh, no, I appreciate you, dude. You're actually bringing them in.
And with that, the wizards step back and begin to cast their spells. And on the other side of the ring, across from you guys, 2 spectators manifest.
Pentacles.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and jump into this and just get started right away. Go ahead and give me your initiative rolls for the night. Actually, don't give me your initiative rolls for the night yet.
I was going to say, you need to clear it.
Now give me your initiative rolls for the
I
night.
rolled so
Okay.
decently.
You guys rolled
acceptable.
so well. Alicorn starting out tonight with fantastic rolls.
Get that out of the way. Get it out of the way quick. Oh man. So just
Not snakes.
completely out of the 4th wall here. A spectator is like a baby.
It's
You know,
it's a
a
baby
version of
beholder.
Beholder.
It's
Yeah.
a baby beholder, right?
Yep.
That's okay.
The big beholder.
So you now have these two large green orbs, each with 4 tentacles kind of sprouted from the sides, a large eye in the center of their orb, and another eye on each tentacle, hovering 4 feet off the ground in front of you at the other side of the circle. Javaria, what are you doing?
Interesting. What do I have? Ooh, I don't want to go near it, so I'm gonna slingshot this one.
All right,
Yup.
that'll hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. 6. Oh, I need to unlink these real quick. Give me just a second, so that the damage only affects one of them. There we go.
Oh.
And that was 6. All right. So you hurl your rock across the battle ring, and it kind of hits the spectator in the side of the head, and it just ominously, slowly turns and faces you. And this ray of red and black shoots out from one of the side stalks. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Jeez.
Oh man, they have the power of choice over their rays. Oh shit.
So you're gonna take 14 necrotic damage.
Ow.
Oh, I should
Damn.
move this along. Crest, what are you doing?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is move right here. Since I do have a reach of 10. Okay. Second thing I'm going to do is drop my curse on the top one here.
Okay. Gain bonus damage rolls against the cursed target. Okay.
Then I'm going to take a swing at that same one.
Okay. That'll hit.
Nice.
Now, that is a 19 because it's cursed. That is a crit.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll your damage.
There's that damage.
And give me another
Damn.
D10 on top of it.
Nice.
Nice. So 16 damage altogether.
Yep.
Nicely done. And it lets out this kind of shriek as I'm assuming you're using your glaive.
Yes.
As the glaive kind of tears into it. Roll me a d4. All right, and one of its tentacles goes flying off into the dirt. And I will remove that spell from that one. Let me actually mark it so I remember to remove
Please
it.
let it have been like the disintegration one that you cut off. That would have been great.
All right, Kit.
No, it's sleep.
Alright. Kit's probably gonna go ahead and attack this one.
Okay.
Also. And just gonna use her talons since it's all she's got to work with.
That will hit.
Oh, don't.
They're
Stop
not
trying
blessed.
to bless my
They're
talons.
not blessed talons.
Disregard.
Disregard.
The talents melt into black bubbling pitch.
5. Nice. All right. And the spectator's turn. Let's see. He's only got 3 eyes. Let's do this way. Oh shit! You know what I forgot to do? Oh well, I forgot to do it, so I'm not gonna retcon it. 1. All right. So the spectator that you've chopped the tentacle from, Crest, not hugely happy about that. Moves forward and lunges. His maw opens, and you can see just these like diseased, rotting fangs in his mouth. Now that his mouth is open, it takes up half of his body, and he lunges forward to bite down on your shoulder. Not with that one, he won't.
No. Yeah.
Tongue off.
I don't.
He bites the glaive by mistake.
Yeah, we can do that. That works. What's the damage? Is it D10?
Remember, they are baby beholders. They're not the smartest.
They're really not.
You know.
3 damage. All right, cool. I'll take another 3 from that. All right. Samoya.
Okie dokie dokie. Going to attack the same one with a longbow. I'd probably move over here so I don't risk hitting Crest since he's right in front of me. Like
Oh, you still risk hitting him. Don't worry.
I could be
Good call.
behind you, and if you botch, he'd still make you hit me.
9, that'll miss.
All right.
All right. 5s.
All right, I am going to. There's a die in the way of me.
Or it goes away.
Yeah, I can do it. Okay, I am going to scooch right over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack this one above me.
All right. That'll hit.
All
Nicely
right,
done.
we're going to do some damage.
10. Very nice.
And nice. And with my bonus action, I'm gonna agile parry. So basically, my DC goes up by 2 now until my next turn.
All
I
right.
don't do another attack or anything like that.
Sounds good. Lexus.
All right. So Lex is going to run near the center of the ring, and at level 2, I'm going to cast Bless. And since it's at level 2, I can choose additional creature for the higher level. So my 4 companions are blessed.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, that thing. Let's go 2.
So close to 2. So you answer a prayer, and instead of the bless that you expect to receive from your patron, a beam of red tinted holy light shoots down onto the 4 of you, and the world goes silent.
Oh, we're deaf.
Are we all deaf now?
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
You still get the effects of the bless, but you're also all deaf. For
Now, are they
how long?
deafened to my voice as well?
Yes.
Okay.
For the next 9 rounds.
Ah!
I didn't do it. Wasn't my fault.
I guess me telling 5s to duck is out of the question now.
I mean, you could try. Speaking of which, it is Javaria's turn.
Yo.
Oh wait, does Rojan, that takes an action? Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, that's my action.
Okay.
Quick question. Kit isn't affected because he was casting it on
Yep.
us 4, right?
Yeah, Kit's
Right.
fine.
Kit's good.
Like me and Kit can still hear, so we're good.
All right, Javaria.
Job. can has please? There we go. That one.
Okay.
And
Your sling. That'll miss.
Why?
All right, let's see.
Just not good with ranged weapons or melee weapons, or you're okay
Fine,
with your
I'm
claws.
just gonna
Or weapons.
So
bite it.
let me make sure that. Oh, this is the other one. Okay, perfect. Crest. This is for you.
Of course it is.
I need a wisdom save, please.
I can. Yes, I can do that. I'm proficient in that.
All right, good deal. So this beam of purple, like it's a solid beam of purple with a spiral of a purple wrapped around it, comes out and hits Crest in the chest, and he just kind of looks down and looks back up at the spectator and just shakes his head and shakes it off. It has no effect on him. All right,
Nice.
Crest.
Let's see if we can do a little more damage to this one in front of me here.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Damn.
That's max damage.
Good.
Crest is just being like being top DPS tonight.
Apparently.
Apparently.
And so he runs his glaive into this thing's open maw and just drives it through until the tip ruptures from the back of it, and the spectator just kind of falls down to the dirt. His limbs or his tentacles, kind of the eyes stalks closing as they fade out. All right, Kit.
Bird.
Kit's going to do the same thing as always. Use her talons on this one over here who's just been kind of derping around.
Yep. That'll miss.
2. Okay.
So Kit dives down, and the spectator just kind of floats back out of the way, and Kit just kind of swoops down in front of it. And then the stalks turn and point their attention at Fives.
Does it now?
It does. Can I get a wisdom save from Fives, please?
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, please.
I saw the one.
I saw the one too, and I was like, oh, wait, no, I'm good.
So this beam of orange light comes out, and it hits Fives, and you can see him just kind of mentally struggling for a minute before he just kind of breaks through it.
You can't break what's already broken. Bless you.
Bless you, Panda. What's Samoya doing?
Longbow on this one.
All right.
Hopefully she hits this time.
That'll hit. All right. So this arrow goes flying through the air, hitting as a D8. You rolled an 8. Perfect. Hitting one of the stalks and severing it, sending it flying off into the dirt. Let's see which one. 4. Okay. All right. Fives.
I kind of want to just finish this one off. So we're going to go ahead and hit it.
No, you're not.
You can add a D4 because you're
Oh,
blessed.
that's right.
Okay. Sure.
Deafer than a post, but you're blessed.
Yep, deaf as hell.
Still not gonna hit it.
Still not going to hit it. Yeah.
Aw.
You gonna follow up with anything, or just that?
Yeah, I'll follow up with just a basic unarmed. Nope.
Okay.
I'm an unarmed strike.
That wasn't an unarmed strike. That hits.
Yeah, I thought I misclicked,
Yeah.
but I was incorrect.
Go ahead
Like,
and roll
no,
damage.
wait.
5. Nice.
Bump.
All right, Lexus.
All right, let's see if this does a thing.
Stop doing things.
That'll hit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2.
There you go. Perfect. Right on the 2. So that'll hit. And the spell goes off as you expect, and the bolts go flying from your hands, hitting the specter, sending it spinning as it's hovering midair. Javaria.
Okay. Time to go
You
ahead and
can
get
do
in
it,
the
kitty.
fray here. No, because all my ranged weapons just like, okay, fine. I'm going for the eyes, boo.
Which eye? That'll hit
The
though.
one in the middle.
Okay. All right, and you've sink your claws in around the eye, beginning to pull it, trying to pry it from its socket. Crest.
So
finish it off.
I'm actually not going to attack that one. Instead, since the one that I killed still has 3 of its tentacles attached, I'm going to put my weapon away and start butchering this one.
Okay.
Carefully removing those tentacles.
All right. Give me a. What are you using to harvest? Do you want to use just strength or nature, or how do you want to go about doing that?
Let's use nature. Yeah.
All right. Go for it. Give me a nature roll. That'll work for that one. So you cleanly kind of get down and you sever the tentacles kind of right at the base of where they connect into the orb that is the rest of the spectator. Well done.
Perfect.
Kit.
All right, Kit Talons.
That'll miss.
All right.
All right. He's got that one going. So, okay. 4, so, okay. Let's pick a target here. That's not the wrong thing at all. I'm not sure what enough is.
What?
1.
Right,
Javaria.
Rose.
Oh,
Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
probably not. I'm bad at these.
Just barely. All right. Samoya.
Alrighty, let's see if I can actually hit with the longbow this time.
That'll hit.
Hurrah!
Yay.
All right, and that'll be enough to send it falling to the earth, dying.
Poor little baby.
Everybody, give me a perception roll.
Hmm. I mean,
Would you
we're all
like to roll
deaf
for
still.
Kit as well?
No, it's going to happen too quick for him to relay any information to you. So,
Okay.
Lexus, Javaria, and Fives, you all kind of dusting yourselves off after this encounter with these spectators, and you see that one of the other rings, the wizards have kind of lost control of their protective spells, and the spectator has kind of pushed out of the ring and is beginning to chase after townfolk.
I spring out of the circle and go after it.
I point at it, yelling louder than I need to yell the bell noise because I hear myself making that sound.
Of course,
And
it's
if
the bell
anybody
noise.
tries talking with earbuds in, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Question: are we still deaf?
You are. It's
Alright.
only been a couple rounds. You've got, I want to say, 6 more. All right, so there's your spectator who is out chasing down townsfolks.
By the way, I would like to humbly request we do like a bell emote at some point. Just saying.
Where's my... Will that work? That'll work. Okay. It's got shit initiative. And we were at... Samoya did the last one, 5s.
Well, as I'm rushing forward, I kind of realize, wait, if we leave the ring, we lose. And having been here in the past, having been not here, but having been in Cholt, Choltians are a stickler for every stupid damn rule you can imagine. I mean, like, I remember very fondly the stones from the pit. So I am going to, where are you at? Kensei's shot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use a range attack. That uses my bonus action for the turn. I want to know, like, how does this work? It's in Xanathar's. It says you can use a bonus action on your turn to make your range attack with a ranged weapon more deadly. When you do so, any target you hit with a range attack using this weapon takes an extra 1d4.
So you take that as your bonus action, and your regular action would be making the attack with the ranged weapon.
Okay. So I can. It applies. I just don't. Gotcha.
Right.
All right.
So,
in that case,
you only get one bonus action per turn. So if you had other things that were like this bonus action,
I'm not using any.
Right, you could only use one.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm in range, right? Yeah. I'm well in fucking range. Let's go. I'm gonna stay in the ring, and he's not close enough to me. Damn it! All right. Well,
You got some
I'm
space to
really-
move there if you want.
no, I'm saying, like, I'm really hoping that nobody else runs out of the rings. I'm gonna like point at the ring, and then I'm gonna start throwing darts at the at that dude.
All right,
You got
That'll-
that bless.
that's right.
I still have the bless, so I can
You
add
still have the bless.
4 for it.
That
Oh,
will hit.
Doesn't do anything.
I saw that one first though. I was like, ooh. But yeah, you're good. It just misses. Okay.
Okay.
Lexus.
All right, so I think to keep its attention on something else other than the townsfolk, I'm gonna summon a spiritual weapon to attack it and have it spawn right there.
Okay.
But you can do that?
Yep, I have the spiritual weapon spell.
Cool.
Hot.
Let me go see if I can find.
I'm so hot right now, dude.
That'll hit. What's the weapon?
It's going to be let's make it a battle axe.
Okay. Does it look any certain way for you? Anything that's distinctively yours?
Not distinctly mine. It just looks like a generic battle axe that somebody would be carrying onto like a battlefield.
Is
Okay.
it drippings with goo?
I don't have a generic battle axe token, so I'm just gonna grab this big frost giant who's holding an axe, and that'll be your battle axe
And,
right
yeah,
there. In her
he's
hand.
right there.
I dig it.
That'll work. All right.
Yo, she's hot, man. She's
Was
hot.
that an attack?
Yeah,
or-
that's
okay.
an attack.
That
That's
hits?
an attack.
Go ahead and roll
That
damage.
hits.
Nicely done.
So 10 damage.
Oh, the problem is that the token's too big, and I can't get the other one. There we go. All right.
I
We'll just
summoned a
stick her down
giant.
there. She has a giant battle axe. There. All right. It is the spectator's turn. He's all right. Let's see. Four. Which is that one? We've had attacked by 2 people. There we go. Rojan,
No,
give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
you can't make me.
I mean, you could just take the damage if you want. It's only 20.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
All right, so you're going to take 20 damage. As this bolt of just black with these green, sickly, green-yellow tendrils shoots out of one of the spectator's eye, hitting Lexus in the chest. And you can see the color kind of drain from his face, and like this sick yellow tint become to like take to his skin. Javaria.
So I know that my claws are probably my best weapon, but I'm teetering on the idea of not leaving the ring, so I'm gonna try and cheat the rules a little bit. I step out, but my tail is still hanging in the ring.
All right.
Not close enough to actually hit. Alright, tail's still in the ring. Tail is still in the ring.
That's fine. You're within 5 feet. I'll give you the tail being in the ring.
Draped in. Fucking Christ.
Wow.
Well, the bless ain't even gonna help that.
What was that about your claws being your best weapon?
Oh, I'm too distracted with keeping my tail in the ring.
So because all these things happen simultaneously, what happens is I think Javaria, focused on keeping her tail in the ring, lunges at the spectator, but doesn't see the spectral axe finishing its follow through, and it just kind of catches her in the shoulder. What's the damage on that axe? Is it it's a D8.
It's a D8. It's a D8 plus 2.
And she's gonna take
Damn.
10 damage as that axe, I think, catches her in the shoulder and then like continues through and like hits her in the neck.
You know, I am constantly battling in my brain if Javaria or Fives are like the biggest
Dirks.
klutzes in the party.
Hey now. Five succeeds 75% of the time.
Yeah, but his
75% of the
social
time.
skills, though,
It
the
works
social
every time.
aspect.
Well, Megs is the founder of the Derp Squad, so
It's true.
Mm-mm.
Crest, what are you doing?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is that, and
Nicely done.
okay, I do actually realize that there's a battle going on. Okay,
Well, at this
in
point,
that
yeah.
case, I don't really want to use any of my spells. So actually, wait, I can resummon that as a okay, perfect. So I'm going to move there.
Mm-hmm.
And my weapon comes back to me, but it's not a glaive anymore. Instead, what appears is this large, kind of spectral, heavy crossbow. It has this like green mist coming off of it.
Okay.
And unfortunately, because of the range, this is going to be at a disadvantage for me. But work with what we got.
It'll still hit. Nicely
Okay.
done.
And when it fires, there's like a bolt of green electricity that like arcs from it to the ground, and it makes it kind of a clap when it happens.
All right.
Clap, clap.
9 damage to the spectator, whose giant axe is still in the way. Alright. Kit.
Because I imagine because Samoya didn't perceive the battle happening, Kit's probably just gonna go and just hang out back over here with Samoya.
Okay, this is still the first round, so yeah. Next round, you guys realize, oh, there's something else going on, so that's fine.
Okay.
It's just you're just affected for the first round. Same thing for Samoya 5s.
I'm gonna continue to try to throw darts at the dude, but I'm gonna move my happy butt over here.
Okay.
Getting a little bit better. Like, make sure Javaria is not in directly line of sight. Like, she's not in my way, per se.
She's
So we all
always
know
in
what's
the
going
way.
to happen. She's always in the way.
Always in the way. Yourself.
All right.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll me
That'll
damage.
And then I got to add a D4 to it
Okay.
because of the Kensei shot thing.
Hey, Teddy.
So that's 6.
6. All right. And hey, I remembered to put the spectator behind the axe now, so I actually can click on it properly. Lexus.
All right. Well, I think Javaria and I are hurting pretty bad here. So let's get a little. Is this the spell I want?
Oh no.
Yes.
I don't want your tainted healing mojo.
Too bad. You're getting my tainted healing mojo.
Prayer of healing. All right.
Prayer of healing.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
Let's. You know what? Let's go. I don't choose it a lot. Let's go 4.
You should probably stick to not choosing that a lot. Let me. Do I have my player's guide here? No.
Oh no.
Damn it. I need a table that's in the player's guide. Rojan, you got your player's guide handy?
I do. What do you need me to check?
The wild magic table.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
4 and 44.
For
player's guide.
entry number 69. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Giggity.
Wild
So-
Magic entry 69 on the Scorcerer. That's what you're looking at, right?
Yep.
Is Giggity Magic? It's Giggity Magic.
It's Giggity Magic.
Mm-hmm. It just became that kind of stream, everybody. Enjoy.
I have a 3.5 book that does that. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
So everybody, including the spectator, is now invisible. Go ahead and give yourself 10 hit points back as well. I don't remember what the rules for invisible. I think you just hit it at a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage or
Yeah.
full cover or something like
Yeah.
that. Wait, I have the player's handbook. I can check.
There you go. Yeah.
I
grab-
dramatically
grab
because-
invisible.
I was gonna say because bonus action, the spectral axe gets an attack.
Oh, that's right.
But let's check the rules on invisibility first.
So, invisible, it says an invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of magic or a special sense. For the purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. Creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage.
So
Everybody
they're
has
both-
disadvantage.
Yeah. Everybody's got disadvantage.
okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Spiritual weapon.
Please no. Okay.
That'll hit. Those 2 16s. Well done.
Because I'm right next to it. I'm scared.
Frost Giant doing some work.
So
Six.
since it got hit, it's no longer invisible.
Okay.
But we're still invisible to it.
Yes.
Yep. The only things that are visible right now are the axe
And the
and
spectator.
the spectator.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 3 is going to be Lexus.
Oh, okay, wait. I'm invisible.
Let's see. 3. 1, 2, 3. Give me a DC 17 Wisdom save, please.
Can it hit me though with a targeted spell since I'm invisible?
I don't have
Because
a way of
invisibility-
doing this at a disadvantage because it's just a saving throw. It's an automatic hit.
Invisibility specifically says attack rolls, and it's not making an attack roll. So
Yeah, because I'm wondering since this would be something that's directed at if like I would still have full cover. or if
a
I would
baby
still be hit.
It's a baby eyeball monster. I imagine
Yeah.
lore-wise, it can see shit.
Yeah, it's got some spectral sight to it or something.
Okay.
Just for the sake of
Wisdom save, you said?
Yes, it did.
I'm proficient in this.
You'll make it. 20 works either way. All right, Javaria. And you are attacking with advantage because you can see the specter or spectator and it can't see you.
Good, because now it's a pinata.
You say that, you're going to botch. 15 will hit.
that too.
Was this one-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed pinata swing.
Two-handed? All right. And that'll be enough that it connects and you can hear this sick crack as the orb skull of this thing cracks open and it just falls limp down into the dirt. And you hear an uproar All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Always in the
were
middle of
just
the conversation.
We were bashing Ubisoft. No worries.
That's fine. Yeah. So you guys have mostly collected the spectator tentacles, and kind of how are you guys going to prepare and serve them?
I had a question.
Sure.
Fives would like to know from the chef to please repeat again, what meal are they making? Fives don't cook, fives eat.
So the mayor looks around, and he says, well, normally we don't repeat these things, but seeing as that you saved the village in your heroics from that rampaging spectator, I will make an exception. He said they were tenderized spectator tentacles.
Okay.
So
Fine, you can help.
I can help.
it's true, we can.
Tenderize.
Okay, so we can hear now again.
Yeah. So that really, as far as like out of combat stuff goes, that stuff lasts around 6 seconds.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are kind of have shaken off the tinnitus and the deafness, and you can talk again.
So I think we should, since we have several eye stalks, I think we should treat a few of them differently. Have a bit of variety. The ones that I harvested, I think I'm going to treat them the same way you would with octopus. In that I'm going to spend a long time massaging them to tenderize the. Don't laugh. That's what you do with octopus.
Mm-hmm.
You spend
I like
as
massage
much
music
time
plus
as you
2 minutes.
can
Don't worry,
massaging it to make it nice and tender.
Yeah.
And then
Rip mags.
have it salted and then grilled with that special fuel that we got.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what we can do with the ones that I got, Fives could just like tenderize with his fists, and we can treat it more like a steak.
Okay. Go ahead and Crest, go ahead and roll for your sensual massage of the tentacles.
Sorry.
Do you want me to roll charisma for that, or
Good one.
Whatever. What do you think will work?
I'm actually leaning towards intelligence, because I would have to know how to properly massage the tentacles in order to get the desired effect.
Yeah, go ahead. Are you proficient with intelligence?
Doesn't matter.
Look at my notes here real quick. Yeah, all right. I will give you a nice sensual massage of the tentacles to reduce the DC.
Got like Enya playing in the background and shit.
He's got some like sandalwood incense lit. All right, Fives is going to tenderize them a more
Like Rocky Balboa.
aggressive method. Go ahead and give me I don't know, you want to use dexterity for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a savings throw, right? Just a
No,
dexterity
it's just a
check.
dexterity check.
Hold on, check. Before you make a check, maybe I can give you something here.
What you gonna give me?
Feathers in it.
It's like some people wear like a full hairnet. I'm just gonna put on a giant burlap sack and just flail around on top of the tentacle.
I mean,
It's a dexterity check, right?
It is.
I'm going to guide you.
Oh shit! Wait, you got the bad touch.
So it's like that scene from Ghost.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's instead of a potter's wheel, there's a cutting board.
Rojan like comes. Oh, sorry, Alexis comes up behind and like puts his hands alongside Fives' arms and hands.
Javari is uncomfortable, so she's standing over here.
Oh,
Welcome to Dungeon and Distractions, where we play D&D and we're.
I mean,
freaking
I was
12.
just gonna do an unarmed strike and see how that lands, but no, we gotta like, you know, start touching each other and which one of you is gonna be my whoopee? Who's gonna be my whoopee?
I'll give you advantage on your dex or your unarmed strike, whichever one you want to take.
I'll just do dex because simple numbers.
23. That'll do nicely. So
Yep.
you
The meat is firmly tenderized.
been trying to stay away from saying something along the lines of you pounding on the meat, but
No. It's just accept it. Embrace it with both arms.
Embrace the 12-year-old.
I beat the crap out of that meat. I beat it like it owes me money. I'm just sitting there like, just wailing on it with the fury of a very small, angry god. Small but fierce.
all right. So you guys have tenderized the tentacles. How are you gonna present and serve them?
Do we still have any of that leftover, like the leftover wood?
Yeah, I'm sure there's at least a little bit like chopped up scraps from when somebody was chopping them up. Yeah, that's fine.
Woodwald.
A nice garnish.
Yeah, just like a nice woodwood garnish,
Okay.
and then like with like some seasoning, just to complement the flavor.
Okay.
So the ones that I was working on are going to be salted and grilled. How are those other ones going to be cooked?
Broiled. I don't know. Or maybe raw.
No, not raw. Not
Some
raw.
people like raw tentacles.
I mean,
think I've seen that
but
anime.
if we're serving it like a steak, I think it should be cooked, sort of like medium rare, and then diced up a little bit, so you get like small medallions of it.
You gotta let it rest though. That's the key to a good steak.
Okay.
Just
Well, of
sear it
course.
on the outside for like maybe 2 minutes, or sorry, like 4 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side. Let it rest, then you cut it. Beautiful.
There you go.
All right. Who's going
Takoyaki.
going to roll for the presentation of the meal?
What will we have to roll for that?
Just a d20.
I think Samoya should.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I agree with Crest.
All right, I'm gonna fail this so hard. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look
Nicely
like a
done.
failure.
Woo!
Best fail ever. I love it.
The judge,
Fail more like that.
the judges, because you've got not only the mayor this time around, but you've also got several of the other contestants from previous Feasts of Givings, are judging them, and they kind of are taking bites of this tentacle, and some of them are leaning more towards the calamari style. The other are enjoying the steak style, but all of them are complimenting both methods of presentation and cooking. And they absolutely declare your group the winner for this round. 2 of the other teams are eliminated. And so everybody is sitting back, enjoying, letting their food kind of digest for a little bit. And they're kind of talking amongst themselves. And you hear arguments break out between the other 2 groups as they begin to kind of argue back and forth amongst themselves, and also accusing each other of cheating or of stealing spices and methods from the other team. The judge, the mayor, very full on his foods, stands up, and you can tell he's just not in the mood to deal with any bullshit from anybody. And he looks over and he looks down at your group and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, there have been a change of plans. Because of infighting, the final 2 groups have been disqualified, which leaves us only with 1 group, but yet another course to serve for our feast. So we are going to make a change in the way that the production of this is done this evening. Each of you," and he gestures to the circle that you guys are standing in, "each of you will be cooking and serving your own desserts. Will you please make your way to your own separate rings.
Well,
Oh boy.
And what I'm going to do is we're going to use this one ring, and I'm just going to move you all in one at a time, and we'll just play it out as far as the combat goes, one at a time. And we'll do it that way.
Okay.
this is
And-
going to
Right.
go over like a wet fart in church. All right.
Wow, I've never heard that one. Are we all healed up and everything?
You are. You get the benefits of a long rest from the wizards. And I need to check something real quick so I don't kill you guys.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. We're going to do one. And
Is this dessert, by the way?
it is dessert. Okay.
Great.
One-on-one should be
Just-
fine.
Just desserts.
Oh my.
And so you all take your own circles, and the wizards come out and they cast their long rest bless spells on your respective circles. And then this is all going to happen at the same time, where you all kind of see what you're fighting at the same time, even though I can only do one at a time. Or we could throw you all in one ring and just assign targets. But I think no, because of the way initiative
it
works, that's going to get messy. Yeah. All right, so we'll just do it one at a time.
Oh, that looks pretty.
You have to
He's-
cook a corpse?
He's friendly. So the mayor gets up and he says, tonight's last course to determine the winner of this year's Feast of Giving is, and he pauses for dramatic effect, fried white fingers. And the wizards all summon a white in each of your respective circles.
Lexus is like, has like that angry eye twitch going on that he's staring down an undead and he's got to cook it.
Nice.
Oh, that was a terrible initiative roll. Cress, go ahead and give me your initiative. We'll start with you. Not much better, but it'll be better. All right, what are you doing?
Well, since we have had the benefits of a long rest, I'm going to go ahead and pop that curse on this guy.
Okay.
And let's see. Movement won't bring me right up to him. So I'm going to stay put.
Okay. So you're just taking the curse and then just staying where you are?
Yep.
All right. The white looks across the ring at you and smirks in the, like, as much as a rotting corpse can, and draws a longbow and fires a shot off across the ring towards you.
Oh, geez, of course he does.
That rictus grin.
That,
That should hit.
it should, but I don't want it to. So I'm going to
As a reaction?
react
Okay.
with a shield.
All right, what's that shield Patrice at?
20.
20? Okay, nice. So the bolt goes, or the arrow goes flying across the ring, and a moment before it hits, Crest shimmers into kind of this onyx with light blue veining through it as the shield kind of covers him, and the arrow bounces off, falling into the dirt. And then the second attack,
And then the second attack.
which also misses terribly.
Yes.
So, all right, what are you doing?
Since it has a longbow, I don't really want that. That's as far as I can move. So I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to go ahead and use Blur
Okay.
to put it at disadvantage here.
Okay. So it has disadvantage on the attacks, right? And it's going to move forward kind of to meet your challenge and then reach out towards you. 8's not going to hit, though. All right.
Nope. And now that it's in range,
Let's
give
see.
it the old glaive.
That will hit. 13. Nicely done. So it staggers back from the sweep of the glaive and draws a long sword in one hand, the other hand reaching out towards you, and you can see these tendrils kind of beginning to peel off of its hands and kind of reach towards your form as it attacks.
Gross.
That will miss, and then it swipes with a long sword, which will hit.
Yeah, well, it has disadvantage, so.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So it misses. How long does that last?
I don't
Blur
Actually-
concentration up to 1 minute. So
Yeah,
you have
up
to
to 1
keep,
minute. So
You have to keep that one as your concentration spell.
yeah, I can't. That was my last spell slot anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna keep at it.
So what's that? 2 rounds? Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna make this one a called shot. I'm gonna try and remove one of its hands.
Okay. That 8 in the initiative turn is for me to keep track of how many turns it's been cursed.
And called shots are at disadvantage, aren't they?
They are, and so that
Yeah,
will
so
miss.
miss.
And it's going to do the same thing. It's still reaching with that crawling tendril hand, and then it's going to follow up with a longsword attack. Disadvantage 12 won't hit, and one-handed longsword 18
18 will hit.
will hit. So you're going to take 7 slashing as it pulls its arm back, and you can see the tendrils have kind of smoked up your vision, and you don't see the longsword coming until they're just out of the way. And the longsword kind of catches you across the chest. And that'll be a 7 now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna not do called shots right now. We're just gonna try and take it down and then remove its fingers, but not with a 9.
That'll miss. All right. So it pulls its hand back and grabs the hilt of its sword and arcs with a 2-handed swing kind of at your neck and shoulder. Not with a 9, and then not with a 12, I don't think.
Nope.
Okay. 6.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have any other spells I can use right now, so just have to keep hacking away at it with my glaive. But
Those will
not
miss.
with those rolls.
Yeah, and it's going back. It's going to attempt a 2-handed swing again. 17
Oh,
hit.
That'll hit. Yep.
All right. And then the second. 13
And
doesn't
that'll
hit.
miss.
All right. So another slash into your arm as you're manipulating this glaive. It's hacking at your arms, trying to get you to stop.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and blame my misses on it being 5 feet instead of 10 feet from me.
No, that's
Give me a
good.
good roll.
That'll hit.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Minus 12. All right, and it drops one of its hands from the sword, but still kind of attacks. So we've got a one-handed long sword attack, and that's going to follow up again with that life drain. 18 will hit,
That will hit. Yep.
and then 16 will hit.
Yep.
All right, so you also need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I can do that.
All right, so your
Jesus.
maximum hit points are reduced by 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Like forever?
That's not good.
Until it finishes a long rest.
Damn.
So this thing is starting to hurt a little, and I'm wishing I had a way of healing, but I don't. So I'm just going to keep attacking. Oh, come on.
No.
I think that because I don't really have I'm not going to inflict damage on you from your glaive. I think that your concentration just breaks
yeah,
on
that's fair.
that blur spell. So you miss, and you have to jump out of the way of the white's next attack, and in doing so you break your concentration, causing that spell to fizzle out. And it sees this momentary lapse of judgment, and is going to reach forward for another drain life attack. And crit.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Jesus.
13, and then I need a Constitution saving throw.
I'm hurting quite a bit here.
So your maximum HP is reduced by 13 as well.
Oh, jeez.
And then it follows up with the longsword attack. Does that hit?
That matches.
Okay, so doesn't so your armor kind of blocks that blow.
This is stressing me out.
This is stressing me out because I'm one hit away from death.
Holes in my crest.
I mean, I do have a spell, a cantrip I can use, but I don't especially want to use something that deals necrotic damage on a white. Don't think that would be very effective.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Or a wisdom check, excuse me, not a saving throw.
Do that. Where's my wisdom? There it is.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh wait, are you proficient in wisdom?
Oh, I am.
Okay. You know that necrotic damage, while not as effective, will still do damage to it.
Yeah, I don't think the damage is very high though. That's my chill touch. So the main thing with that is it stops them from healing.
Yeah.
Now I just have to keep swinging and hope to God that it misses me.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, 7. All right, and it sees you weakened, and at this point is just going to step back, which is going to give you an attack of opportunity.
I like the sound of that.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 6. All right, and it pulls its longbow and kind of lines up with you and takes a shot. 6 will miss, and 19 will hit.
Yes.
So the moment before the arrow hits Crest, kind of right between the eyes, it freezes and just holds in the air. And you can see the wizards that are around the circle concentrating, keeping it from hitting Crest. And it drops to the ground harmlessly, and red flags go up around the pit. And you hear the mayor cry out, "Crest has been disqualified for failing to fell his food."
Say that 5 times fast.
All right, so we're gonna drop you over there. Javaria.
I don't wanna.
Got rid of my. Let me go grab my white again. Hang on.
Oh.
Press F to pay respects.
Rip. All right, go ahead and give me your initiative. Where's my initiative button on? I would think I'd be used to finding it by now. There we go. 14. Reroll your initiative.
No, this is fine.
Literally, Fox, with an arrow in your chest.
There you go. All right, Javaria. Your turn to fight the white.
I don't like this at all. Okay. How, where am, how do.
How do?
30. It's only, okay. So we're going to come to about here. No, I don't want that. Come here. And we're going to slingshot this thing.
Okay.
Just not like
Not
that.
successfully.
Or not.
All right, and this one kind of starts off a very similar method. It draws its longbow, aiming at Javaria and firing a shot.
No touchy!
That'll hit. And then the second one will miss. So you're going to take 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. Very much not happy. We're going to move in. And kind of running forward and a little bit of a leap at the end, I'm going to take my quarterstaff, and instead of like a baseball swing down, it's straight down at it.
Straight down. All right.
Two-handed. Oh, come on.
That'll miss. He just kind of sidesteps you, and his hand comes out, that same necrotic energy peeling off of the fingers as he steps forward and reaches out, kind of trying to push it into your shoulder, basically.
No touchy. No.
Rude.
Get out.
So it's not the crit, so it's just the 8 damage, but I do need a Constitution saving throw. Alright, so your maximum HP is reduced by 8. And short turn.
And it's your turn.
All right, we're gonna do this again. Day spell swing it, because
Again.
Go for it.
Again.
stop that.
Again.
That misses terribly. And in the motion to sidestep your swing, he draws his longsword. One-handed, he's going to attack with it. The other hand still pushing forward again with that that necrotic energy peeling off of it. Take the 10 from the sword, and I'm pretty sure that misses. Yeah, it does.
No pressure for, you know.
I could really use that binge eating right now. Okay, since I'm down to my last 10, I'm no holds barred. I'm going after it.
That'll hit. Nicely done. All right.
That dice spun a lot.
Yes, it did. I was a little concerned.
The white pulls its hand that it's been using for that life drain attack back and like begins to swing his sword two-handed, trying to hack away at the last of what stands in front of him.
No.
That'll hit.
I'm down.
And before that hits, a very similar scene happens. You can see the wizards begin to concentrate, and red flags pop up around the circle. The white dissipates, and you hear a similar announcement: Javaria, for failing to fell her food, has been disqualified.
At this rate, we're all going to be disqualified.
Kit and Samoya.
I was gonna say, is Lex gonna be the only one that survives because he can heal himself?
Watch you drop 2, man.
Oh yeah, no, guaranteed. It's gonna get like
Pride
4 crit.
precipitates a dizzying fall.
It's gonna just like crit me 4 times in a row.
I think Crest is probably just gonna like shuffle over to Javaria and give her a pat on the back, looking very disappointed in himself and what happened to her.
All right, and give me one for Kit. All right, thank you very much. All right, Samoya.
Alrighty. I completely forgot that this exists, but I'm going to use this thing right here.
Okay. Concentration
Oh,
says your only
yeah.
concentration spell for the next hour. You marked you get extra d6 damage when you hit with a weapon attack. Okay. Good deal. So it's only for Samoya, not for Kit.
Yep.
All right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use the longbow and try to hit the beastie.
That'll hit.
Awesome sauce. So I just do this and then an extra d6.
Yep.
Rogue, but okay.
Nicely done. 15.
Woo!
So the white looks down like he's got an arrow sticking out of his chest, and he looks down at it. He looks down at his hand where he had his longbow ready and just throws it to the ground and begins to try to rush Samoya, closing that distance.
Somebody's mad.
All right, and Kit's turn. Unmade raid. Before we get to Kit's turn, Unmade Gaming, thank you for that raid, sir. How was your game this evening? Everybody, if you have hearts, go ahead and drop them in chat, whether they be our Mimic Heart or any other ones that you have. Thank you guys so much for the host and for coming in tonight. How's your game? How are you guys doing? We're in the final rounds of essentially Battle Chef Brigade Faerun. And the players are having to take on whites on their own, and so far it's 2 for the whites and none for the players. This might change this round, we'll see. But thanks for the raid and thanks for coming in, guys. All right, Kit's turn.
All right, Kit's going to use her talons.
That'll hit. Very nice. For 4. All right. So Kit swoops down and like grabs this white kind of by the tuft of the hair, and begins to just rip the hair out as she's getting her or his. Is Kit a boy or a girl?
Her.
Her as she's getting her talons kind of into this thing's scalp. Samoya's turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to longbow again.
That'll hit. Nicely done.
Damn, nailing all those marks.
4, and you get your additional d6. So 5 altogether. All right. And at this point, the white lunges forward. He's staying in Kit's threatened area, so no attack of opportunity there. And he's got that hand with the tendrils of necrotic energy kind of pulling off from it, trying to just basically bury it into Samoya's chest. And then he's following up with that longsword. So we'll do Drain Life first. That'll hit.
Poop.
And then the longsword. Oh, sorry. Well, we'll do the longsword. This longsword hits as well. And then I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw for the necrotic damage attack.
Okay.
And so your maximum HP at this point is reduced by 3.
Okay, and I'm taking how much damage?
Total of 10 damage.
And I'm reduced by 3.
Yep. Until your long rest. So I wouldn't just reduce it on the sheet. I would just make a note somewhere.
Okay.
Because after a long rest, you get it back.
Okay.
All right. And then Kit's turn.
Alrighty. Talons again.
That'll miss.
Cool. Okay.
All right. And Samoya.
I am going to longbow again.
That crit.
Oh.
Nicely done. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Cool.
All right. For 9 damage. Very nice. Roll your d6. Yep. 10 damage. Very nice. All right. The white takes an arrow, and it's sticking out of his, like, where his jugular would be. If this had been anything that was actually alive, it would be falling to its knees, bleeding out at this point. The fact that it's a white, it just kind of has the arrow there, and it reaches up and grabs it and pulls it out, and you can hear the flesh tear and rip as it pulls this arrow free. And it just kind of drops it to the ground and brings that necrotic hand back up towards you. Oh, that botch? Nope, not a botch.
Nope.
Is a hit. Give me a Constitution saving throw. All right, so you're going to take another 4 damage and lose 4 max HP. And then the longsword attack follow-up for another 9.
What's the challenge level up going on with these whites, bro?
Right where all of your other challenge levels have been. Just
We've
above
just been
deadly.
super unlucky with the dice rolls.
Also, whites are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I had to finish it off with something good.
Ref, I disagree.
Dude, okay, Imp, I have to ask, what sort of town eats undead fingers?
They have an
it's
exotic
chalk,
meats
yeah.
vendor. They'll eat whatever. It's fine. All right, Kit. What is Kit doing?
Gonna try to go after the way with her talons again.
That'll hit. Nicely done. For another 5. All right, and Samoya.
All right, gonna try to bow it in the face again.
Come on, Legolas, do your thing.
Oh, that crit. Yeah, nice.
Yeah!
All right, and the d6. 11 damage altogether, and that is enough to drop the white, falling backwards into the dirt. And we'll stick Samoya over here. And green flags shoot up, being the final challenge around her ring. And you hear the mayor says, Samoya and Kit have advanced to the judging stages and will be prepping their meals shortly.
Press cheers loudly.
Yay.
5. All right, let's see,
There was
5s.
much rejoicing. Yay.
Get them 5s.
All right, let me nuke these initiatives. All right,
No
go ahead
pressure.
and give me initiatives, 5.
Yeah, uno segundo.
Mm-hmm.
Show them the fist of Ech.
The fist of it.
There you go. Mine didn't add. Let me re-roll that. Actually, I already rolled it. I'll just add turn and 11. All right, 5s is up first.
All right. Since I can move that distance, I close into melee,
All right.
and I'm going to immediately just start beating on him First things first.
That'll hit. Nicely done.
That's gonna hit. We're gonna do the damage on it,
All right.
and then I'm going to spend a key for flurry of blows, and we're gonna do 2 unarmed strikes on him.
Sounds good.
First one is
That'll definitely hit.
yep.
Another
We're at
5.
11 now,
All right.
and then another one.
And that one will miss.
Okay, so we're total 11. Cool.
So the white takes that first jab into his shoulder from the Qatar, and the other blow rocks the other shoulder and sends him back a little bit, freeing him from the Qatar. He draws his long sword in one hand and kind of brings his hand up, trying to catch Fives just like under the beak and lift him with that necrotic damage.
You trying to Soryuken me? That's what's going on. Oh, and a
That
crit.
crit. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Where are you? Save. There you are.
All right, so you make it, so you don't take the max HP reduction, but you do still take the 12 damage.
12. Okay, so. Can I
And so
just type it
he's
twice?
got Fives kind of up on his hand. And he swings the long sword across Fives' chest, missing completely.
Completely.
All right, Fives.
All right, I'm going again. For God's sake.
Nice.
Suck it. All right. That's that.
All right, so 21 damage from that. Very nice.
And I'm going to use Agile Parry. So I use my bonus thing to give me +2 AC. So my AC is 16.
All right. So he drops you from that hold, reeling back from the punch with the guitar. Hey, Steel. And he kind of drives back in. You can see the cold kind of anger burning in his eyes as he drives forward with that long sword. 15 hit.
But I have 16 AC.
Hey, nice. So you duck out of the way with that agile dodge or agile parry, and then he kind of brings the other hand around for that life drain again. That'll hit.
That one does connect.
All right, so -6, and then give me a Constitution saving throw.
Boop.
So you'll actually remove 6 from your max HP with that one.
Okay, hold on a second. Math, and then
Just write it out to the side. Don't do it, because if you forget how much your max HP actually should be.
Do I take 6 from the current hit points, right?
No, from your max HP. So if your max HP is 42, it's now 36. So you can't be healed beyond that.
That life train didn't do any actual damage.
It did do actual damage as well.
Okay, so 6 from that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that gives me that much HP.
There you go. All right, and it's Five's turn.
Oh, don't miss.
That'll hit. Very nice.
Oh, just end it.
11.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blast one more key for 2 more unarmed strikes.
Do it.
Do that flurry of blows.
That'll miss.
All right, and
I'm trying to decide what to do with that botch. That'll hit though. Excuse me. That'll hit though.
you okay?
So
The ERPs. I did botch 1. What's that gonna do?
One-on-one's hard to figure out what botches do.
Yeah, 101. It's like
I think it just opens you up for an attack as he's dying. I think he gets one more attack on you with his longsword.
I'm okay with that.
Because he is dying from that last blow.
Come on.
18 will hit.
18 will hit. 10.
So you guys, you both fall to your knees.
Good revolution, everybody. We'll call it a draw.
The wizards are even stunned. They've saved you, given you a temporary stasis, and they're looking to the mayor for an official ruling. And he's kind of shocked. He's like, well, in a turn of events, Fives and his white have died simultaneously.
Can I flip a coin?
He does. He pulls a coin out of his pocket, and he says, "I'll decide the winner from random luck. Fives will be heads or 1. The white will be tails or 2." and the red flags go up around
Son
the
of a-
circle.
Ref,
he said-
I disagree.
He says it was a valiant fight from fives, but we have a winner.
All right.
All right, Lexus, you're up.
Not winner.
Let me clear out the initiatives here.
Wah, wah.
You know, I want to point out that it's a good thing that I don't have destroy undead yet, because I just destroy this thing and just like leave.
Or it'll backfire and you'll buff him and then he'll get black tentacles and shit.
Yeah, your holy spells haven't been the most reliable. So the white and Lexus, the white stares across this circle at Lexus, and he kind of smirks seeing this Asmar in front of him, and just kind of shakes his head, drawing 2 arrows and notching them into his longbow. He lets them both fire across the circle at Lexus. 14.
That ain't gonna hit.
All right, and 12 won't hit either. All right.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm not moving. Instead, I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon so it gets right in his face right here.
All right. What's the range on that? Just out of curiosity. Is it 60 feet or?
60 feet.
Okay. I need an axe again, I'm gonna guess.
No, this time it's gonna be a mace.
Mace. All right, let me see.
No,
if
it's good. No, you know what? It's gonna be a warhammer.
Warhammer. Let me see if I can find an image of a warhammer anywhere that I can use. No.
I think you. I just think you have a basic sword icon, sword token
Is there a
from the flying sword. Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're still
That's a
using
good
the.
idea.
If you're
Yeah,
still
there we go.
using
We can use
those,
that.
just
I
yeah,
got it still here. Yeah, we can use
and
that.
we're gonna. Yeah, that way it's not taking up like the entire ring.
Okay.
And then spiritual weapon gets an attack.
That'll miss. So my question, because I don't have the spell in front of me, do spiritual weapons give an area of
Threat.
threat? Yeah.
Yeah. So if
Okay.
he were to move from it, it'd begin an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I think he's just dumb enough that. What's his intelligence? Hang on, before I say that. Yeah, he's just dumb enough not to care. So 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and give me your attack of opportunity. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. -9. All right, he'll take that. And that was 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And he's got his longbow drawn and he's running with it. And as he's running, he notches 2 more arrows and he's going to take those shots at you. 13 will miss.
Nope.
And 17 will miss. All right.
This guy.
All right. This guy. So
This guy.
I'm going angel mode. I'm getting right up in his face. I'm just gonna smack him with the warhammer.
Go for it. That'll hit.
All right, this is one-handed.
One-handed. All right. So
And it's going to add. Let's see, how much damage? It's going to add 4 more damage on top of that because of my radiance.
okay.
And then bonus action. Can you move my sword behind him?
Yep.
And then my sword gets a swing.
That'll hit. 4, 3. All right. So he sees your radiance and like snarls in response to seeing this holy thing in front of him, and he drops his arrows and his bow, and he just reaches out. Both hands have the black tendrils of necrotic energy kind of spinning off of them. That'll hit.
Oh,
That'll hit.
So take 9 damage, and then give me a Constitution saving throw.
I think you made it mad.
Constitution save, you said?
Mm-hmm. And you'll take 9 from your max HP.
So that's going to take half because I have resistance.
Okay, so you're going to take 4 from your max HP.
So, okay, so 4. So my max HP is 22.
And then the second. I don't think a 17 hits.
Nope.
Yeah, I think yours is an 18 if I remember right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 18.
All right, so that'll be Lexus's turn. And you take the 9 damage from the necrotic attack as well. Or the 4 if you're resistant to it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Because since I'm maxed, it knocked my max down and knocked my temp down with it.
Okay, gotcha.
So there's still 22.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you'd done that way. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. Can I do anything cool? Probably not. No, I can't do anything.
Or cool not found.
Cool not found. I'm a cleric. There is no cool. All right, Warhammer time again.
Go for it. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So one-handed again.
One-handed. All right.
That's going to add another 4 because of my Radiant Soul.
Got it.
And then my Sword. Or my Mace, I should say. Or Warhammer, whatever.
That'll miss.
That'll miss.
Darth Maul, thank you for the resub, sir. Everybody, if you have heart emotes, go ahead and just dump those in chat for me real quick.
Since I'm doing it for this channel too, and because Mole just resubbed, I'll drink some hot sauce.
Mole, thank you for that resub, sir.
What have you done?
Appreciate that. All right. So the white, looking desperate at this point. His hands, he's still got that snarl on his face. He's taken a beating from the Warhammer, but he's still kind of got that determined, cold, killing look in his eye. And he reaches forward with his necrotic hands again.
Bad touch.
Pretty much. That one is going to miss terribly, and that one will hit.
That
ties. So yeah. All right, so that one will miss too. This one's just not doing as well as the other ones were.
I see it says a tie, like he goes to grab my armor, and I just like slowly move the hand out of the way with the Warhammer before smacking him across the face with it.
Go for it.
Not with that.
Bro!
Alright, so I'm going to do what I did with Spooner just because it's the easiest thing to do on a botch on a 1v1 attack is I'm going to give him an attack of opportunity. You swing too far and your back is turned to him for a moment and he takes that moment to reach out and try to attack you successfully. So minus another 4 and then give me a Constitution saving throw. So minus another 4 from your max as well.
Okay, my sword still gets an attack.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Dude,
that'll hit.
the sword
Okay,
misses and
so
jabs right.
this one is going to get the additional 4 damage on it.
Okay.
And
7.
like the additional damage has been radiant. I don't know if that does anything. I don't think so. Like most undead in this game aren't vulnerable to radiant anymore.
No. All right, and so that's your so it's the white's turn because he just got that free attack.
Yep.
That's what that was. All right, same thing. He's just got that determined look in his eye. He's going to make sure that if he goes down, you're going to go down suffering with him. Not with that one, and
tie again.
All right.
All right. So, same thing. Warhammer. No.
Nope.
Spiritual Warhammer.
Nope.
No.
So he's dodging just your blows and the Warhammer's blow, just nothing but pure rage.
It's just like a John Woo kung fu movie or something. He's just like dodging and flipping and stuff.
Just nothing but pure rage driving him forward, and he reaches out with those rotting hands again. Nope. And maybe? Yeah.
That hits.
So minus 3, and then give me a Constitution saving throw. So minus 3 from your top as well.
So that's minus 2 or minus 1?
Oh,
for half.
Rounding down, so minus 1. That's right, you've got resilience to it.
Yep.
All right, Lexus's turn. That'll hit.
All right, this is adding the 4 bonus as well, so he's gonna take a total of 7.
7, and the Warhammer connects, and the white's head just goes flying off, bouncing into the dirt on the other side of the ring, and the green flags go up around the ring as Lexus is declared the winner of his trial. At that point, you all kind of look over to the last ring, and there standing in it is Ultark, bloody and beaten, but standing over the corpse of a white. as he's come out of his battle with it scathed and worse for wear, but victorious. And he's breathing heavy.
Am I able to heal him, or
you all get healed back up after your fights?
okay?
So-
Okay, I didn't know if it was after the fight or after the
No, his just kind of ended the same time yours did. So you're
Okay.
you're wrapping up yours, and you can look over and you see him. And all right, so we have Samoya and Kit and Lexus, who can prepare their and Oltark, who I don't have a token for, who can prepare their fried white fingers
Ew.
for the final judging. And so I'm going to start with, you know what? I'm going to start with Lexus because he was the last one in the fight.
Okay.
How are you preparing your white fingers?
So you said these are fried white fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the way I look at this is I'm going to prepare them the same way, sort of that you would prepare some sort of fried carnival food.
Okay. Before you get too far into that, you do need to harvest them. Unmade Gaming, thank you for the sub, sir. I appreciate that.
Another
you guys
shots.
drop some hearts into chat, mimic hearts, other hearts, don't care. Just fill it up with love. Thank you so much for that sub, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. So the first thing you need to do is you need to harvest the fingers, get them off of the hand.
All right.
So how are you doing that?
I'm going to do that survival wise.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your survival check for that.
I am proficient.
All right. Good to know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right. So you get in there and you're begin to like try to flay the skin off, and you lose a finger just because it doesn't come off right. And then you eventually just resort to taking a sword or a dagger and just like beating it with a warhammer to cut them off. It's not the prettiest method, but it does get it done.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you're gonna fry them like a carnival food.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is first, because they're undead and why would people eat this, I'm going to bless the oil.
Okay.
That way, getting rid of any of the impurities that the undead may have.
So
And-
impure.
What's that?
So impure.
So impure.
So
And I'm going to boil them. Not boil them, but I'm going to fry them in the oil.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I'm going to just garnish them up with a ton of powdered sugar.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a D20.
A D20.
I'm just gonna point this out. I had this entire time to try to think about how I was gonna prepare my fingers, and you let him go first. That is super rude.
Sorry. Okay. We got a Trojan. Got a.
Someone's cooking up heresy. Yeah, this is heresy.
on a scale of 1 to heresy.
All right, Samoya. How are you
Two
preparing your
heresies.
white fingers?
Well, I was gonna prepare them like deep fried Twinkies with powdered sugar. But guess
Well-
what? Somebody already did it.
I mean, you're more than welcome to prepare them that way if you want.
You may prepare it better than I do.
Yeah. So the first thing is you've got to get them off of the carcass. So go ahead and give me your harvesting roll, and well, let me know what skill you want to use, and we'll go with that.
I'm not really proficient in anything that would be helpful, but I guess I'll go with survival.
That'll work. Hey, you
Don't
flay
need to
them.
be proficient in
or,
that.
excuse me, you harvest the fingers perfectly. So all right, so that lowers that by okay. All right, and then how are you preparing the fingers now that you've harvested them?
I would probably use some berries to make a jelly to put on the fingers, and then bread them and then fry them.
Okay.
And then use the powdered sugar and a drizzle of the chocolate sauce.
All right, go ahead and give me a D20.
Ah, okie dokie.
Nicely done. All right. Let's see. Figure out a shortened thing for that for you. And all right, and then Oltark needs to prepare his as well. I don't have a sheet for him, so I'm going to make this up on the spot. This is going to be his to harvest the fingers. He doesn't do a very good job for being a chef. Let's see. So he's not going to get that one. He's going to get those two. Okay. And then I need to do 20. Oh, he's not a very good chef, apparently.
He's not a pastry chef.
He's not.
He's not a pâtissier.
He's not.
I want to.
He's a butcher.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. He's a butcher. He's not a pastry chef. He doesn't do these kind of things.
I want to point out that just the design of what Samoya did and what Lexus did, I think it shows like the type of carnival food that Alicorn and I like. As like it's like hers is like covered in chocolate and everything, and mine's like very simple.
So
I'm thinking about my carnival food. If I'm gonna die from it, it's gotta be good.
you guys present your meals to the mayor, and he goes through tasting each one of them. He comes back to each of you for a second, and he kind of frowns, looking at Oltark, and you can hear him mutter the words, "I kind of expected better from you out of this." And Oltark just kind of hangs his head and shrugs. And the mayor steps up to the fountain that he's been using for his platform, and he says, "We have a winner for this year's Feast of Giving." And he extends his hand and he says, "Samoya, the human." He has to pause for a second. Like, for the first time, he's noticing Samoya's kind of angular features, and he's like, "The human has won our Feast of Giving this year. You are entitled to the rest of your meal, or your meals provided for you for the rest of the year, until next year's Feast of Giving."
She's just going to give him a stern nod and thank him for the opportunity to prepare meals for him.
He steps down from his pedestal and he has what looks like a rolling pin in his hand, and he hands it to you, and I'll give you the description
calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
So I've given Samoya her rolling pin of smashing things. At least the stats on it.
Sugar.
And yeah, so Oltark is standing there a little sullen at this point, kind of very worried about how he's going to feed his family. The rest of the crowds that have come out and watched you and cheered and booed and been on your side this whole time are beginning to kind of disperse out into the other festivities of the festival. That sentence was weird. And the mayor is gone, and he's now hobnobbing off to the side with some of the families of the village. And you're just kind of standing there now with Oltark. And he looks up to Samoya with kind of his eyes brimming with tears. And he says, it was a competition that was well fought and prepared by each of you. Thank you so much for everything that you've did to give me that glimmer of hope that I may be able to provide for my family for the rest of the year. I suppose that, well, I'm not sure what I'll do. I'm getting up in age, but I may go off into the jungles of Cholt and adventure and hope to strike it rich there.
Samoya is going to just kind of place her hand on his shoulder and tell him, I know that you made this agreement with my party members, but I'm more than happy to fulfill the bargain on one condition.
And he looks up at you kind of with the just on the edge of crying, and he says, anything.
The only thing I would request is if you see others that are suffering as you are now, that you also extend help to them as we've helped you.
And he nods, of course.
Well, then the reward shall be yours then.
And he smiles and looks to each of you, his eyes now overflowing with tears as they're running down his gore-streaked cheeks from his fight with the white. And he says, thank you. I can't say what this means to me and to my family. And he kind of pulls out, and he actually doesn't pull it out. He says, come with me. There's something that I need to give you. And he walks over to his butcher shop, leading the way for the rest of you. Is everybody following, or?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, kind of like limping along with like one HP.
You're all healed back up.
Okay.
The effects of a long rest again. The wizards kind of grant you that at the end of every fight. So you're all back, and you've got your max HP back up to where it should be as well.
Cool.
And he leads you over to his butcher shop, and he goes behind the counter, and he pulls out, and it's taking both hands for him to pull this thing out. And it's this large meat cleaver that has a just short handle and a blade on it like the size of your forearm. And he sets it out on the counter, and he says, I promised that I would give this over in the event that you helped me win this competition. I feel like I should hold true to my word as I'm receiving the rewards for the competition, you also should be rewarded. And he places it. He says this was a family heirloom that was used not only in the preparation of meats, but also my grandfather's adventuring tales tell of finding this thing in some depths of some tomb somewhere. And it served him well, and it has served me well as a butcher, but I feel it would be improper of me not to grant you rewards for your assistance with everything that you've done.
Samoya is just gonna shake her head and just let him know that it's not something that she would be interested in taking, and it would be up to the rest of the party members if they would be willing to take it off his hands.
Instead of taking the meat cleaver, why don't we call it even by having dinner with us?
He smiles. He says, of course, I would be delighted to do that, but I feel that I should give something back.
Can 5 see the cleaver?
Yeah. Like, are you asking if it's there for the character to see, or?
Yeah. Like, I know what it is. This item is. Maybe I want to, hoard a bunch of.
It's there on the counter, and it's just a like a giant meat cleaver, basically.
Does it have any special properties?
Maybe.
Would I be able to find that out?
You would not know.
Would 5 be able to find that out?
No. Crest might be able to.
Crest already knows because I visited him before the whole competition and we talked about it.
Does it look really shiny?
It looks old and kind of beat up, but it does have these glyphs that are carved into like the back of the blade, like where the blade and the hilt meet, down the spine of the blade, I guess, that glow kind of a arcane blue, purple color.
Can 5s have knife?
He looks around to the group and shrugs. He says, whoever can make use of it may have it.
Can you even lift that?
5s will
Is it a one-hander or is it a two-hander?
It's two-handed.
Oh.
Nobody wants it. 5s are taking it.
Like,
I just want to I want to have a big ass thing. I don't care if it's gimping me or not. It's just like, guys, you're getting free shit. Just.
I think at that point, Samoya is just gonna smack him with the rolling pin she just got.
Oh no, Samoya's now mom.
5s lets out an ech at Snake Lady. It's bad omen to not accept gift.
Well, if anything,
5s take gift.
Like I think then at that time, like our hands are gonna collide, like mine and 5's. It's like,
you want now?
well, if anything, if anything, we can honor him and his ancestors' memories by taking it with us in our adventures.
Fine. Like hobble away.
As I look over to him to see if that is okay.
I'm gonna sit down at the dinner table.
He nods.
And just kind of
says that nothing would make me happier at this point than to know that this heirloom was being used to fell the evils of Chult.
Excuse me.
Then it will guide us in our adventures.
I will whisper you what it is, Rojan.
Okay.
All right, so you guys stay around for the evening. You have dinner with Oltark, excuse me, and he's happy to bring wine, bring rare meats out for you guys to have. He brings out like a flank of dragon rib. He brings out Displacer Beast tentacles. He brings out, and it takes him a while to haul the last one out. And you're almost to the point where you think maybe he's gotten lost in the back of his own butcher shop. But he finally brings out a rack of meat that is the length of his arm and the width of like a barrel. and he sets it down on the table, and there's this smell coming from it that's the most delicious thing that you think you've ever smelled.
Yes, this will do.
And he brings out this large fork and stabs it into it, and brings out another like huge kitchen knife, and he says, "This is my prized meat. I can't say where I've got it from because of reasons, but this is a flank of Tarask leg."
Oh, damn.
I would like to eat the flank of Tarask leg.
He says, "Please help yourselves."
Finds immediately helps himself.
Is it safe?
I
says-
don't care.
I wouldn't feed you anything that wasn't.
You
The moment
understand
Chris
my
asked-
worry, though.
Actually, from texts that I've studied and things that I've heard, the consumption of Tarask meat can imbue special feelings within the consumer that last for a while.
As you guys are having this conversation, like my cheeks are fat, you know, like it's like, is it safe? I look back over at Crest, and go right back to
Yeah,
eating.
I'm right there with fives.
Oh,
I am right there with fives.
bro, just digging its head into a corpse. This time, imagine he's already got his head halfway into this hawk.
Yes. No, yeah.
Samoya will
Mhm.
probably ask if you would be willing to share the recipe.
His eyes light up. He says, "No one has asked me to share my recipes in the past. Give me just a moment." And he goes back into his butcher shop again. And he brings out this tome that's like 1,000 pages thick. And he says, these are the one thing that I have in this world to leave my children. These are my family recipes. These are a lifetime of work. And he places it down on the table.
So Samoya will start going through the pages, and after a couple of them, she realizes that she's never going to be able to remember all of this. So she motions to Crest, "Hey, idiot, do you want to take a look at some of these recipes? I know you like writing things down."
I would be delighted to take a brief look.
Fantastic.
So what Crest is going to do is he's going to start pulling tomes out of his bag, looking for an empty one and just placing them on the table. But what he does as he's pulling books out is he pulls the Xerox book out, and
I love how we call
he
them Xerox.
tosses the book, onto the table deliberately on top of the recipe book, and continues looking through his bag for an empty one. And when he finds an empty one, he pulls it out and he takes all the other books and puts them back in his bag, opens up the empty one, peruses the recipe book a little bit, writes one or two down, and continues on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who is eating the Tarask flank?
Me.
I think all of us at this point, except maybe Samoya. I don't know. Is she eating it?
She's eating.
Okay.
I'm eating a lot of it.
You all have +1 to your attack rolls for the next week.
Damn.
Nice.
So
Happy we got that recipe.
Fox, with the recipe book, essentially what you guys can do is if you and everything in the book is recipes for monsters, because he's an exotic meats dealer. That's everything that he had to work with. So if you guys kill things and then at camp cook something, we can do it kind of the things that we've been doing, and you guys can get status effects from whatever you're cooking.
Can we cook some more Terrafolk?
So you guys now have the benefit of being able to do that
Awesome.
in your downtime. And we'll do tests kind of like we did for this whole thing to determine how well you do and what kind of status effects you get.
You said +1 to attack rolls?
Uh-huh. For the next week in-game, however long that ends up being. Alright, so you guys spend the rest of the evening there at Woodhurst, and dawn breaks, and you're without a guide. How are you guys approaching that?
I was really hoping she would have at least come back after seeing the note, but
Lex.
I look.
Lex.
What's up?
I'm gonna hand him paper. It's the asshole's paperwork. The one that's supposed to be like our our 3 days of adventuring. And I'm gonna tell him 1 day left.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping Azaka would come back. I really don't want to deal with these Red Legion if we run across them again. And knowing their kind, they've probably been tracking us since we last parted ways. My only idea is maybe going back to where her and I last parted ways and seeing if maybe her or the raptor are still there. And if not, I don't know. I mean, we can't stay in this town forever. We need to keep pressing forward to be able to remove this plague.
Oh, nope. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Nope.
My suggestion is we go and see if she's still at that location. And if not, we go the way that we intended to go, and hopefully we run into her. And if not, we'll handle the Red Legion when we come across them.
Seems reasonable to me. We have our destinations marked on our map, so should be fine if we don't encounter her again.
This is a good plan. Let's go.
All right, so you guys are setting off to try to figure out where, if Azaka is where she kind of left the group.
Yeah, where her and I had the fight.
Okay.
Before we left town, I wanted, or Samoya would have went ahead and tried to go to a shop and get a couple of vials so she can start preparing her venom.
Okay.
Her weapons.
Okay. And the shopkeep greets you and recognizes you from the Feast of Giving activities. And he says, Samoya, the Flayer of White Fingers, what can I do for you today? Or the Friar of White Fingers, excuse me.
I'm in need of a couple of vials empty if you have them.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And he begins to rummage around behind the counter. And he says, Are you putting spices in them? Is this to store more of your wonderful cooking ingredients?
Absolutely. This maybe the use in the future. Yes.
This is wonderful. You will have to share your recipes with me. At some point, let me take you to dinner and we can discuss food and get drunk on wine, and it'll be a grand time.
My party and I are on our way out of the town, but when I return, I'll be happy to take you up on your offer.
Wonderful. I look forward to it. And here are your 3 vials, and there's no charge at all.
I appreciate your generosity.
This is, of course, anything else that I can do for such a talented young chef.
Well, would you happen to know the young woman that we arrived into town with?
No, I'm afraid I did not have the honor of meeting her. What was she like?
Stern.
Oh, she sounds like I would not have gotten along with her very well. I enjoy my drink and my desserts far too much to tolerate people who don't have a pleasant disposition.
Fair enough.
Says, well, I do hope that your adventures go well and that you make it back here before next year's harvest.
Fantastic. I will see you when I return.
Says, of course. And I look forward to our date.
Absolutely. Goodbye.
Dude.
We're coming back to this town again.
All right. So you guys make the trek out of the village to the spot that that Lexus last saw Azaka. Did you leave a note? I'm having a hard
Yes,
time
I did.
remembering. Okay.
Raptor.
I left a note for her
Okay.
and
You
put
left
it in the
mount too,
raptor.
right?
Yeah, I left her mount there. I wasn't gonna steal her mount.
Okay.
You weren't stealing. You
That's
were safeguarding it, just for later.
So you guys come back to the clearing, and it's no question that this is where it was, because there are raptor parts and gore strung about the clearing. Her saddlebags are ripped up, as if some feral creature got into it and just tore it to shreds. The note is there with a large slash of claw marks through it.
That was not me.
Would Samoya be able to kind of track her, see which way she went?
Yeah, if you want to give me like a survival check, we could do that.
Okay.
Maybe best we don't find her.
Nope.
Yeah, not with an 8, no.
This isn't how you left it, is it, Lex?
I look over to Crest. Do I look like I have nails?
I had to ask.
Or
My
she's
gue- my
casually
guess-
Putting her paws in her back pockets, like.
My guess is this may have been Azaka's doing.
Can I poke around see if there's any loot?
Yeah.
Of course you would.
I'm
Yeah.
just poking around. I mean, there's got to be something around here, you know, something I can sell, something I can keep.
Sure. Give me a perception check. No.
Nope.
I want to
So-
look around the area that's anything that is reminiscent of that shows that Azaka may have returned to camp.
Okay.
Can I make that a survival check?
No, it's gonna be a perception check if you're looking for stuff.
Can I take that 19?
No. Are you proficient?
I wish.
How do you get proficient in perception?
You
It's-
don't be me.
It depends on your background and your class
Class.
skills. I think rogues might get it if I remember correctly. I could be completely
think-
wrong.
Rogues and rangers have it.
Yeah.
Hi.
But yeah,
Wait, I'm proficient in perception.
I think it's one of the potential choices that you can take as a ranger or a rogue for your proficiencies. Anyway, so no, nothing in the area really gives a clue as to what or who may have caused the gore and the destruction.
How big do the claw marks look? Do they look like they were small enough to be like a medium humanoid, or do they look big enough that they were from like a large creature or something?
They were definitely like a large animal.
Okay. I'm going to go through the book of creatures and stuff that we got from what's his name, and see if there's anything in there that might kind of match what we're seeing here.
Okay. Are you guys gonna set up camp in here while Crest does that, or are you continuing on while he reads through the book? How are you doing?
How
that?
much of the raptor is left?
There's a severed leg. There's a gorged out torso. The head is probably off to the side somewhere.
Don't eat it, Fives. Don't eat
I'm
it.
going to collect the pieces and present them lovingly to Crest, and ask him to cook me a meal.
I don't think we need to make a meal right now, Fives.
5 set meat is probably bad with how long it's been out here.
Raptor jerky.
No, sick 5s.
You know, if you want to keep it in your bag and carry it with you,
Mm-hmm.
we can dry it out when we make camp, but I don't think we have the time for that right now.
I shoot Cresta. Are you kidding me? Look.
I'm gonna keep some of it in my bag.
If he wants to carry around scraps of meat that are going to attract attention,
Scraps
You know,
of raptor
he can
meat,
keep it on himself.
and I'm gonna carry like 5 pounds of raptor meat.
All right.
Jesus.
All right. So yeah, you guys are in the middle of Cholt minus a guide.
Did she happen to leave the mask behind?
There's no
She
sign
never-
of the mask.
Oh,
no.
she did have the mask. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, powerless.
Well, we still need to keep moving. We can't stay out here. Samoya, can you have Kit in the air keeping an eye out? Because if she's still the way that she was when she parted ways with me, she may stalk us.
Sure. And Samoy will just whistle the Kit, and Kit will take off into the sky and just kind of circle around and follow us as we make our way where we're going.
Can I climb up a tree and just sit there while these guys are doing what they're doing?
Sure.
I just don't want them to see what I'm doing. That's all.
Well, I think our plan is to
Keep
go to our
moving.
next destination,
moving.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you were breaking camp up.
No. I said that we didn't have time to set camp up and hope for it.
Gotcha.
That we should probably head out.
So we're going. So we're going westbound.
I think that's the direction we were
That's the
headed.
direction we were heading in originally, right?
There, right? Where the
Yeah.
X
Yeah,
is
that's,
at?
that's where
Yeah.
we're going. Vengeance, Camp Vengeance.
No, you guys were headed to Varn.
Yeah, we were going heading to Varn.
There's a die in my way that won't. There it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
this I believe, like I marked, that X is Varn.
Okay, so yeah, that X is Varn, and we're gonna have to cross a rib.
So,
That's fine.
without a guide, your chances of getting lost in the jungles of Cholz are considerably higher. So, who is leading the procession?
Even though we since we don't have a guide, we have a ranger, right?
We
You
still
do-
have our mounts, yes.
Yeah. Oh, we still have our mounts. Yeah.
Okay.
And
sweet,
I have
sweet.
the Natural Explorer jungle too. I don't know if that helps.
Okay. It does a bit. So, who's leading?
Probably
She
me.
is.
Okay.
I would say let Samoya lead.
All right,
We'll give her the map and everything.
Not fives will lead.
Give me a
fights.
survival check. Yeah, let's do survival. All right, so you make it. So you continue the direction that you guys are wanting. Are you going at slow, normal, or quick pace?
I'd say normal.
Normal would probably be
Nor-
best. We don't want to go too
Yeah.
quick without a guide, otherwise we'll probably
I agree.
have a higher chance of getting lost.
Well, we
Yeah,
don't
but
wanna
but
go
not
for
slow
long
because we're
because
well
we're
rested.
Yeah.
Okay, and give me a second to find my book or my table. I should probably bookmark this in this book somewhere at some point. But that would be... Oh, I did. Good job, me. Yay, passed me. Good job. Let's see. 100. Oh, helps if I throw an R in there. Let's do that correctly. 52. And you guys are there. All right. So as you kind of continue through the day, it begins to get late afternoon as you're on this trek westward. I need to grab some tokens here, and the trees begin to kind of get thick around you, and you notice that overhead. At first, it was kind of just light webbing. But there in front of you, it's gotten thicker and thicker to the point where you're having to now kind of cut through the spider webs to be able to make any kind of progress forward.
Well,
No
this sucks.
spooters.
Naughty, look away.
Where did I?
my favorite animal companion to have as a ranger, giant spider.
Because it scares other people, and it can preserve your food.
'Cause
And
I
it can
love
give you a rope.
Because I love spiders.
They're so useful.
Spiders are just tiny 8-legged cats.
They're furry and nice, and kind of thumpy, but nice.
I prefer snakes.
So you guys walking, you're cutting through this web in front of you, and you cut through into what looks like it must be a nest of these things. and they're kind of on the ground, mandibles gleaming with poison, are 3 large wolf spiders.
Awoo.
Well, I'm happy Samoya is like poison proof.
Some Aru spiders.
Tactical nuke time.
I would like to crush the spiders because Fives. I'm a fan. Fives is not a fan. Fives remembers everything. Like on the bottom of the screen, Fives remember that. Like what the last time we did with spiders.
Take it from someone that used a tactical nuke last week. Don't use a tactical nuke.
It wasn't very tactical. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the tactics of that nuke were the problem. Go ahead and give me initiative, guys.
I think Fives will also take this opportunity while everybody is rolling for initiative to remind, especially Crest, he was the last one standing last time.
He's
Putting
got a
that out
point. The bird has a point. I should
That's
probably
lovely.
also open the open the character sheet for it. There we go. Pop that up. All right. So giant wolf spider is up first. Let me put you guys in some sort of marching order here. Who's following Samoya?
Me.
Fives.
I like sitting on the front of the mount.
Yep.
Who's behind Fives?
I think that would be Javaria since she's
Javaria.
Always keeping him out of trouble.
She's driving the mount. I am
Yeah.
sitting on the front horn of the mount.
Yep.
because It makes me feel big and important.
and
Alright.
then it would be me and then Crest since Crest
Yep.
is leaning up against me reading his books being a nerd.
Hey,
Gotcha.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell left those scratches.
He's covering the rear
Oh,
guard.
before we get into this, let's see how far you've gotten with that. Give me an intelligence roll.
Intelligence. I can do intelligence.
I don't think you can.
I can art intelligent.
Yeah, he
Very
can.
well done.
Damn.
So, for flipping through, you pause for a moment because you get to a page that the claw matches like 99%, and it's a tabaxi entry.
Oh.
Not you, huh?
But the claws aren't quite large enough. Like everything else about them matches, except for the size. The size of a tabaxi hand is about the size of a human hand. These claw marks are like the size, twice the size of a human hand. So while you think you may be onto something, you haven't quite found exactly the right match yet.
Interesting. Everyone keep a very close eye on Javaria.
Rojan, your hands don't count.
What?
Your hands don't count because your hands are like enormous.
But yeah, as you break through this this webbing into this nest, Samoya out front, one of these spiders jumps towards Samoya, fangs or mandibles kind of gnashing and dripping as it attempts to bite her. 15 hit your AC?
Nope.
All right.
It matches it. So.
All right, so that'll be a miss. All right. Samoya's turn.
Alrighty, let's get started with this one on. Oh, nope, my ping's not working. Stop
Did
it.
one of the sploders move forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably do it on the one that just tried to bite me then.
Okay, the one that moved forward. All right. Let me make sure. Nope, that was the wrong one. Derp. I had it right the first time. Mark these.
Why
appropriately.
why you do this?
There we go. All right.
All right,
So
and
it is
then
marked.
she's gonna longbow it.
That'll
I
hit.
saw the one.
Oh,
All right, so 9
I can't.
and minus
oh,
2.
and your +1?
And it falls. The longbow kind of driving right between the mandibles and into the spider's head, and it just falls over, slump in front of Samoya.
And if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, blah blah blah. Bonus action to on a subsequent turn to mark a new creature. So I can mark this one, right?
You can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn. So your next turn you can.
Okay, gotcha.
5s.
I am going to chuck some dots at that one.
All right.
Kensei shot. Son of a bitch.
That'll miss.
Bucket sand.
Lexus.
All
I don't
right.
want to get off. Spiders bite.
What's the distance on this? 60 feet. I'm in range of both of them. All right, so I'm gonna just sitting from where I'm at right now because it doesn't look like we need to really move. I'm gonna shoot a sacred flame at that one.
Okay.
Only you can prevent Schult fires.
Schult needs to be set on fire. It's fine.
Dude, it does. We gotta nuke it from
Dexterity save.
Nuke it from orbit.
blast this freaking island.
Fox it from orbit.
So it makes it safe.
Does it make it save or do I hit it?
It
'Cause it's
ties.
a tie.
I'll roll in your favor. 1, 2, 3, or 4 though.
4.
Can we summon Cassius and have him just destroy the jungle?
Never ever summon Cassius.
Um.
I would like to nominate Cassius as my new patron god.
So the sacred flame goes out, but instead of being the holy flame that you're used to, it's this green corrupted flame with these black tendrils spewing forth from it as kind of an after effect, and it hits the spider, and the ground where the spider or where it hits, everything, the overgrowth or the undergrowth there all just immediately rots and dies. Roll me damage for your... Oh, it's 7. Okay, never mind.
7. I swear I'm a cleric, not a warlock, not a necromancer.
What kind of cleric? I'm like gonna look behind me, kind of look at.
Fuck.
Five turns around, then looks over at Lexus, and just kind of like really looks shook, like super shook.
Samoy is just gonna kind of do the same thing and just be like,
So I don't have a way to show what it's doing, but it's basically scurrying up onto the webs and then over and down to drop onto Lexus. Not super happy about that corruption stuff there.
Wasn't my fault. It's gonna miss.
15. All right, that misses. Crest.
Well, since that one is right there.
Yeah, I see it like Lexus brings up his shield and is like the spider's just now sitting on it.
Yeah. Well, let's give it the old slice here.
Smack it with your book.
That'll hit.
Smack it with the book.
That's what always works.
Double damage.
All right. And
So-
so with that screech, it just kind of, or with that attack, as it impales the spider gives out this screech. It's just this high pitched, like nails on chalkboard sound before it kind of falls off of Lexus's shield and back onto the ground. Its legs kind of curled in on itself.
So I want to say that Crest, like, he didn't even look at the spider when he did that. He was very casual and nonchalant about it. He was actually looking at Lexus as he was doing this, and he's like, "Hey man, are you okay?"
I've been asking myself that every day since we've landed in this godforsaken island.
Literally godforsaken.
You seem a little off there. Your magic doesn't usually kill everything.
It's a long story. I'll tell you when we make camp.
Yeah, all right. Just maybe be careful.
Javaria.
And don't heal me.
Yeah, that too.
And don't kill me.
Maybe ask before you heal from now on.
I really don't want to get down on the ground because spiders and snakes are right there at my nose. My feet are not touching the ground today.
8-legged nopes.
8-legged nopes.
All right, that'll hit.
Okay. And habushka.
All right, and Kit.
alrighty, Kit is going to attack this one since it's the only one left with their talons.
That'll hit. All right, and that one is going to. It's not super happy. It has a lineage, a family history of being fed on by birds. It's not really cool with that. So it's going to fight back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not with a 5, though. I don't think that hits good. No.
I think the only one I'm ever worried about getting hit is the bird.
Wait. Which bird?
Yes.
Not fives. Not fives.
Be specific.
Because it makes me sad when animals get hurt.
And Samoya.
Alrighty. Longbow to the face, hopefully.
That'll hit. And that the arrow buries itself in the spider's chest, or back probably, and it kind of falls over to the side, the legs curling in on itself. And about that time, actually, before I say this, everybody give me a perception check.
God
Oh,
damn you.
God.
Based on
shriek.
hearing.
That shriek.
So Samoya and Crest can hear it, and it's the sound of like dry parchment paper being torn and ripped slowly. As the two of you look around, noticing up in the trees these large green and black cocoons that are beginning to erupt with these swarm of creatures crawling down them.
Okie dokie.
We need a couple more of these. One more.
Oh God, are these baby spider swarms?
Maybe.
Oh no.
I vote we leave. I vote we run.
Vote we fire.
I vote we run. 5 thinks we should run.
Well, Fives doesn't see anything.
It's true.
Damn it. 5 wants to wish he could run. Can I just say that as soon as they appear?
And what you see descending the trees are swarms of spiders. But instead of being the large kind of wolf spiders that you've been fighting off, these are small black and green spiders. And there's this, if you, actually I won't tell you that part yet. Yeah, so it's these small black and green spiders that are swarming down the trees, giving the trees almost the illusion that they're moving because they're just covered in these things. And Samoya was the last turn to go, if I remember correctly. So what's this one? What's our speed here? And Samoya, you see these things rush the ground and begin to swarm around the feet of your mount. And looking down, you can see that the black and green is just kind of their chest piece, and it almost looks like it's an exoskeleton, while the legs and the face and the mandibles are bleached bone white. And in fact are little skeletons. And this swarm overruns your mount and begins to run across your arms and your legs, attempting to bite as they go. 10 I don't think will hit, though.
Nope.
Okay. 5s. You now see the swarm of spiders moving across the trees and ground in your direction.
We should go.
You're a bird.
We should go. But we can't go the way. You said they ran over Samoya's mount?
Yeah, they're crawling all over her mount and making their way towards the rest of the procession.
I'm gonna regret it. Gonna regret it. Go help the snake lady. Attack the spider.
That will miss. So you throw a punch, and the swarm just kind of disperses around where your blow lands, and then they close back in around your fist again.
I'm still using the agile parry at this one, my bonus.
Okay.
At the entire time, I'm yelling, "We need to run." You know, in not so many words. You know, like I don't know.
I just hear bell sound.
Yeah, like bell sound. Bell sound, a sound of like women screaming, feet.
Oh God, it's like,
Feet,
it's like a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, the sound of extreme and utter running away.
Okay.
How can I describe the sound of running away?
Jackie screaming zoinks and the pitter patter of feet.
Zoinks!
Fives makes the sound of a stampede.
Vasher stampede. Sorry.
All right, Lexus. Oh,
All right,
yeah, you're not taking a follow up, so yeah, Lexus.
I'm gonna summon my spiritual weapon
Okay.
right next to Fives, and this time it's going to be in the form of a giant book. As it, no, right here.
Okay.
As it's going to try to smash the spiders.
All right.
It's clever. It's clever.
And it gets a +1 because of the Tarask meat, but that's a 12.
Okay. Remind me of that, guys, because I will forget. All right, so with that +1, it'll hit.
Hey, wait a minute. That means my +1 would.
You got to keep up with those things.
It's okay. It's fine.
Woo! 3 damage.
About as much as a large book would do to a swarm of spiders. All right, let's see.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
8. All right, Samoya again, because you're up front. So many dice. 21, I do believe, hits.
Yep.
All right, so you take 9 damage from that one.
Okay.
All right, Javaria. And you now have, Samoya has these spiders, these undead spiderlings crawling kind of over her arms and under her armor. And you feel little pricks as they begin to bite into you.
Nay. Nay.
Eh,
Nay, nay, nay.
Delete.
Nay.
Delete.
Delete. Delete. Undo.
I'm almost wishing I had a torch on me because I'm just like, my fur will grow back.
I thought you were going to say you're going to light Samoy on fire.
I was gonna light myself on fire and just run into
She
it.
just
I mean,
self-immolate.
it's not the
Like,
worst
I'm done.
plan this group has had, you know?
Oh no, I just want to set the jungle on fire, but I don't have a torch. No, God.
I
These feel like they're gonna be
don't
so
want to
pointless
set
against
the
these things, but okay.
No, I do.
Alright, I'm just going to slingshot a rock into a big swarming swirly mess of spiders.
Which large swirly mess
Oh,
of spiders?
Sorry. Can
Never mind, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hit
fine.
anyway.
Never mind, it
Fine.
Doesn't matter. Crest.
Can I delay my action until right before Samoya's turn?
Yeah, because that would be the end of the initiative order. So yeah.
Okay, I am going to do that.
All right. This one.
Don't get fancy.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm always fancy.
That'll work.
Don't get fancy. Don't be a fancy boy.
I'm always
The
fancy.
wizard, it's part of the thing.
Can we give it like a beak attack or something at some point?
She eats the spiders.
Maybe. 5s. Another swarm has begun to kind of congregate at your feet and begin to
No.
run up your legs,
No.
attempting to bite as they do. I don't think a 6 will do
No.
a very good job, though. So right now they're just running up your legs. They're not actually biting. Kit.
Mm-mm.
Alright. Kit's going to attack the group that's on Samoya, I guess, or around her.
Okay. That will miss.
With the +1?
Even with the kid eat any of the meat?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
She eats everything I eat.
Then it'll hit.
Woo!
Thank you, Trask meat.
We'll come over here.
Alright, so for 3. What are these? What is it? 22. Okay. Alright, it'll be this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I can do 8 there. Javaria.
No.
So another swarm begins to override your mount, like running up the legs of this thing, and begins to scurry over your legs and tail. And it's
No.
gonna not biting yet, apparently. but
No.
are running over you. You can feel little stabs as these needle-like legs crawl up your lower back.
It's just being very spoopy.
And this one, let's see.
This is very uncomfortable. Just watching this, imagining this in my theater of the mind, if you will. It's very.
It doesn't bug me.
Yeah, high five.
Javaria, another swarm has come from the other side.
This is bullying.
That one
This
will
is
hit.
bullying.
This one, they're running up your legs and they've gotten in under your armor, and you're beginning to feel pinpricks as these things are working their way up your torso, biting and scratching into you.
Ow, 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 whoa, that... Hey! Where's my mouse?
That one hurt a little bit. Crest, because you held your action.
10.
Yes. So the first thing I'm going to do is give Lexus a little bit of a pat on the shoulder and say, prepare to heal everyone. Also, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to, let's see.
As I look
5.
over, I look over and I'm like, I am not responsible for any tentacles that may pop up.
That's fair. 5, that's in its threat still. That's in its threat still. Let's just take a look. 10. Okay, perfect. So right there. And I need basically every single thing to make a strength save.
Okay.
Oh, good. 1 damage.
I could do that.
Me
That's
too,
not
right?
a
Yes.
problem. Let's see.
Everything.
Although their strength is garbage, I'm gonna let
Everything
you guys
except
do it
Kit.
first, and then I'll just run through and do all the spiders.
If
at one
you make a save, is it half damage or full damage or no damage?
Let's see.
Successful save, the creature takes half damage.
Half damage. Yeah.
I take no damage.
0. Yeah. So far, everybody's made it. And then that just leaves the spiders, right?
Yes.
Let's see. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs of them. All right. First pack does not
8.
save. They take
12.
one damage. Oh,
12.
12
'cause
damage?
It's,
Yeah.
The
Oh,
first
you
roll
cast
was
a-
11, and
Oh,
the one
okay.
was just for the.
So they take 12
The Autumns
damage.
of Hadar.
Okay. That's the first one. Second one. None of these are going to make it. Their strength is garbage.
Thank God.
Oh, I lied. That one
Oh.
made it.
So it'll take 6.
-6 from that one. All right, and strength -12.
Non-existent.
Yeah, it has a strength of 3. Its modifier is a -4.
Mm-hmm.
Did that one save?
Yep.
Yes, it did. So it takes 6. I'm surprised. And then the last set there take 12. Okay. Nicely done.
So the way I'm kind of imagining this happening, if anyone ever played, geez, what was the name of that game? Where you play the dude that was like a test subject and had like this dark energy stuff from it.
It wasn't Prey.
It started with a P. But anyway, one of the kind of super moves in that game was all these like dark tendrils just shot out from your body.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Why am I not surprised?
No, it's okay. Yeah, everything's fine. Sell your soul to Satan for a corn chip.
I don't have any corn chips. Yeah. So let's jump back into you guys and these spiders. Samoya, you're up? What are you doing? You've got these things crawling all over you now.
Well, I mean, only thing I really have is my longbow and a dagger. I'm not sure how.
Don't botch the dagger if you're trying to use it on those that are crawling on you.
just stab myself forward.
It's okay. I have somebody to heal me.
Tentacle.
Hopefully.
Wobbling pit.
Oh, whatever. I'm gonna try to shoot a cluster of them with a longbow. Why not?
Okay, go for it.
That's not gonna work.
Which cluster are you shooting? The ones crawling on you, or?
I don't know which cluster it is that's crawling on me, but
I think it's the southern one, I believe.
okay. Then it was the same one that Kit attacked earlier.
Okay. An 8 will not hit.
I can just see like Samoya holding the bow towards her and doing this, trying to hit the spiders instead of herself.
So this cluster is basically attempting to grab onto and bring down Kit, because it's a natural predator and they're fighting back a bit.
You bastards!
Rude.
What's their hit points? Okay, so it's this one, so less than half. That will hit. And so you essentially see an Eiffel Tower of undead spiderlings reach up and grab Kit's legs and pull him down, or her down, to the ground. And you can hear Kit's cries of pain as they begin to chew on different extremities of Kit.
Rude.
5s.
I don't like this. Clarifying how much I don't like this.
How do you feel about spiders?
I like spiders. Fives does not like spiders because Fives was paralyzed last time by spiders and it was very uncomfortable, awkward, and just didn't feel good. I'm gonna punch that one. I get +1 of this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, dude. What is going on?
You do get +1. That is still a botch.
Which one are you punching?
Himself.
The one that was up top, but I'll be punching myself at this point. Or not.
Well, there's a couple of other people around you that can.
I'm gonna punch Crest.
Crest is 1, Samoya's 2, 5s is 3.
Okay.
Crest.
Yep. Told you.
How do you feel about getting punched with a guitar?
Not very happy.
Should I roll damage?
I got it.
Oh, okay.
So, Fives goes to swing at these spiders that are jumping at him, and he turns like his full torso swings, not realizing that Crest is right behind him. The point of the guitar driving into Crest's shoulder.
Fives. What the hell?
You got any follow-ups there, Fives?
Sorry. Yes, I do. I do have a follow-up. I am going to use Step of the Wind, which lets me do a disengage and get the out of dodge.
Okay. Where are you disengaging to?
I am disengaging to.
Not here.
Disengage is 5 feet.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. In that case, damn man, I can't occupy the same spot as the floaty book.
Wait, no, I think disengage is your full speed.
Is it your full speed? Okay.
Yeah, it's a full speed without an action unless and it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Let's see here. Step of the Wind. You can spend 1 key point, take disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Okay, there you go. So you can take your full movement.
Okay, cool. In that case, bye.
Five just nope.
Noping.
All right, Lexus.
Nope.
Well, it's a good time as any as to use this. Told him we were going to take this within our adventures, and he hoped it brought us good fortune. So I'm pulling the cleaver out and I'm gonna help Javaria.
No,
Okay.
you're not.
It's the tail removal kit.
No.
It's a +1 too.
That'll hit. Actually, it's a +2 because it's a +1 on top of it, right? Or did you factor that in
No,
already?
it says it. I have to make a successful. I have to spend an action to ignite that.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I'm only using it normally.
Okay, so it's a 14. So it hits.
Why didn't it? Doesn't it show the day? Oh, I have to click on it. That's
Yeah.
right.
Nice. Are you this one at the top or this one at the bottom?
This one at the top.
Okay. And 13. So that sends that pack of spiders scurrying what remains of it back into the trees.
And then my sword is going to go after that one.
Go for it.
Your book.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, my book. The magic book,
book of
of
squashing.
smashing.
That'll miss.
+1 even misses.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And it is this time with Javaria. Or not Javaria, Samoya. These are the ones that are crawling all into your armor already. What is their hit points at? Not half yet. Cool. However, they're just scurrying around, making you super uncomfortable. You could see them like weaving in and out of the armor.
Spiders of discomfort.
Javaria.
So I'm not covered anymore.
I think the ones he killed were not the ones that were on you. I think those were the ones that attempted to at first.
Those were the ones on her.
Oh, okay.
The ones underneath, I think, missed her.
One or the other. There's still a lot around you. Either way it goes.
Okay, because if they were still on me, I was gonna nominate myself as an improvised weapon, throw myself to the ground, and roll around to crush them.
You can still do that. I'm completely okay with you doing that.
You should do that.
I'm gonna do that
But it makes you prone, though.
Shh. Don't tell her that.
I vote she sets herself on fire like we were talking
Just
about.
self-immolate.
Just be like, witness me!
Okay, but no, in all seriousness, though, probably going to hurt, but, even if it involves slashing at myself, I'm batting at, the one here.
That'll hit. Nicely done. Go ahead and roll damage. 7. Nice.
Plus 1. Or
All right.
if that counts. I don't know.
No, that's just a hit.
Just a roll. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Crest. You want to set everybody on fire?
Well, I considered smacking everybody with tendrils again, but well, Paul, you're fine. You left.
Mm-hmm.
I think instead, since one of them is already down, I'm just going to go for that one that's to the north of me.
Okay.
First, drop the curse on it.
Okay. So you have advantage on attacks. Let me mark this one as cursed.
That is the
13.
+1.
So 15. So yeah, that'll hit.
And then there's the damage, and this would have helped me in our food fights, but I forgot about it. Hexblade's Curse also adds my proficiency bonus to my damage.
Damage, so 2 more?
Yep.
Okay, so mass 2 more. Okay. Alright, and that cursed swarm of spiders, it's now a swarm of undead spiders with these like black tendrils of cursed arcane magic oozing off of their bodies, are going to jump onto Crest and begin to attempt to bite and gnaw at him.
It's probably appropriate.
Not with a 5 though.
Nope, definitely not the 5.
All right, Kit. Kit is on the ground, kind of covered in these undead spiderlings that are biting and chewing on him. What's he doing, or what's she doing? I always forget.
It's fine. She's just going to use her talons and try to get the spitters off of her.
All right. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. All right, and so she takes out enough of the spiders that they begin to scurry back into the trees, what's left of them. All right. And the swarm that was on Javaria. Javaria, you feel more of these spiderlings clawing up or crawling up their way over your body, biting and pecking and tearing at you. Yeah, for 5 damage. Samoya.
Alrighty. Well, I completely forgot that she had the rolling pin. So instead of using a longbow, I'm just gonna go ahead and I might use that to try to smack at, I guess the ones that are crawling on her, just kind of.
She's
trying
got
to
this
get
thing
them
like
off.
hitting herself in the face with it. Go for it.
Roll your body with it.
I think I entered this incorrect.
Let's see. Rolled strength plus your proficiency. No, it looks fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. Now the damage is 1d6 plus my strength, so that would be.
You should be able to just click on the name of it, and if you've entered it in there, it'll roll it.
Oh, dirt.
There you go. Let's see. Make sure that rolled right. 1d6 plus strength. Yep. 3 plus 2. All right. So
Okay.
they take 5 damage. All right. And 5s.
I'm gonna throw darts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're throwing darts at the ones crawling over Samoya.
Yep, this is gonna
Nice.
totally not gonna fail. Can't say shot.
Don't botch. Hey,
No.
you missed. But at least you didn't botch.
True.
You got any follow-ups?
No,
Okay.
I don't gotta follow up with. Well, I do with the monk weapon, but I can't. I'm way over here.
Okay. Lexus.
All right. So are these spiders technically still there?
They are.
Okay. Well, let's smack them with the cleaver.
Okay. That'll hit. And now they're not there. Yeah, so you bring the cleaver down, and in my head, Lexus has this thing turned sideways to cover more ground, and he's just like squishing spiders on the flat side of the blade. All right, that's that one.
And then the sword is going to go after the ones that's currently attacking Crest.
All right. Stupid Amazon thing. Even with the +1, that misses. So.
Oh, really?
Yep. Oh no,
Damn.
never mind. I
No,
looked at
I
that
was-
wrong. Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry,
All right.
that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, another 3.
As a large book on spiders is apt to do. All right, and then these are the ones on Samoya. So you still have them kind of crawling under your armor. What's their hit points at? Yeah, that's at half. Okay. Succubus, thank you for the bits, sir. Don't think that's gonna hit. That was 25 bits. I don't know that 25 bits is on the menu. If it is, somebody tell me. All right, so they miss, and let me check the menu real quick. Well,
Yeah, I was going to say
Javaria-
the menu rotates.
yeah, Javaria.
so-
What are you up to? 25 bits is a character of your choice gains 1 hit dice of HP. Who is your character of choice there, Succubus?
Can you ask Alexa for a spider fact?
I probably can, although I'm not going to.
All right, I'm going after this one,
Okay,
and I'm going to just rely on good old-fashioned cat claws.
go for it. Javaria, get a hit dice of health back. 16 will hit.
Yay! Whoa!
19 will also hit. I'm not sure why you rolled it twice though.
I'm sorry. Rolling off with the
6. All right. Minus 6. And Javaria, you get a roll your hit dice and get your health back too from Succubus.
Okay.
Busby, thank you for that. Crest.
Let's go ahead and see if we can finish this swarm off.
The cursed swarm.
Yes.
Okay. With advantage, that hits.
Do I have advantage?
Or do they just
Oh,
have disadvantage?
I
I
don't
don't remember from the curse.
think the hex gives me advantage.
You gain bonus dice against your cursed target. The bonus equals your proficiency. Any attack roll. Yeah, no, it doesn't give you advantage.
No, so that'll
Okay.
be a miss.
All right. Javaria gets 7 hit points back. Swarm of cursed spiders not super happy with Crest, and are beginning to crawl up his ankles and into his robes, biting on
Oh
his
my.
legs.
Buy me dinner first, Jesus.
Oh.
Not with that botch, they won't.
They bite each
They're
other.
just gonna start attacking each other.
Yeah, they get super jealous of ones that are getting close to Crest's bits and begin to attack each other
All right then.
for 10 damage, and that swarm takes itself out. There were some jealous spiders in there, apparently. Kit.
Kit's gonna go ahead and try to get more spooters off of Samoya.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice. And Kit swoops down, attacking the spiders, picking them off with her claws as she like throws them off into the jungles somewhere. And finally, all is quiet. You may be covered in bug bites, but the sound of skittering bone spiders has stopped.
Can I, while we're kind of out here scattered a little bit, can I collect some of the webbing in the area?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me, let's see, to make sure that you're able to do this proficiently. Give me a, I guess, nature or survival roll, whichever one you prefer.
I think I'm gonna go with nature on this.
So you damage a good bit of the webbing that you attempt to go pick up, but you do come back with kind of about a handful.
Okay, that works.
All right, so you guys have fought the spiders, and it's about the point of the evening to make camp. I'm assuming you guys are not stopping in the spider den to make camp. You're gonna go out a little further.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're a little smarter than that.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Fives gets right back on the dinosaur now that all the threat is gone of spoopy spiders.
All right. Wanted to give you the option.
No.
All right, and you guys travel for a little bit longer. Who's taking first watch?
I'll do it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
You know what? Today's stream is brought to you by the number 4.
Okay. Let's take a look. 33. I think everything's pretty quiet for you. Yeah, there's not anything going on. Is everybody else sleeping during this, or are you guys doing other things as the night kind of begins to come on?
I think
I
Spoon
do-
is trying to talk, but he's muted.
I think so too.
Good job.
Sorry, I hit the wrong hotkey. I would like to learn from Crest more of our elemental speak.
All right, I was teaching you languages.
Okay. Go ahead and fill in a spot on your clock for that.
Where's my clock? There you go. Only 11 more to go. 11 easy lessons.
$4.99. You too can learn. Was it Muggsy? Does anybody else
Yeah,
remember
Muggsy. Je suis la Julie. That's all I
That's
know
right.
from that commercial.
That's right. What about Javaria? Is she doing anything as she winds down?
Eating everything.
No, she's nursing her wounds.
Okay.
She hurting.
All right. What about Samoya?
Samoya, initially, she's probably going to be working on filling her vials with her venom.
Okay. Are you doing that in public, or not in public, but in view of the rest of the party?
No, she would probably sit a little bit away, just because she knows that Javaria is not a fan of Nick people,
Okay.
and she doesn't really trust everybody to let them see her, and pretty much what would be a vulnerable state.
Okay. Who's taking second watch?
I'll take second.
All right. Go ahead and actually, I'll just roll it. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
Okay. Yeah. So your watch is quiet, although you have this unsettling voice in the back of your head.
Oh, not another voice.
It's the same voice
Oh, it's the same voice. Pity.
that says, "My servants, my thrall, it is time for you to come pay me a visit."
I. Yes, of course.
Good boy. And it just kind of dissipates, and that's all you really kind of get from that at the moment.
Well, that makes me uneasy.
Well,
No.
Who's taking third watch?
Kit will.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
What the hell? 2. We'll just count down.
Hey. Oh, nope, that's 3. Never mind. Is that 3? Let's see. 1 to 25. 20. Yeah, that's 3. Okay. And who's taking fourth watch?
Oh.
Javaria? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's do 1. Let's follow the pattern.
Hey, good job. So you actually, your watch is quiet, but as the sun rises, you can see another campfire off in the distance. And it's not just a campfire, or excuse me, I shouldn't say campfire. You can see another light source off in the distance that looks like a village. And actually it looks a bit bigger than the village that you came from. You can see from the silhouettes cast by the light that there are actual guard towers stationed up. And even the silhouette of kind of a fence running around this thing. It looks like it's probably a half a day's journey from where you are.
But is it in the direction that we were trying to head?
It is.
Beautiful.
Early morning, as you all begin to rise and go about your morning rituals, a fog rolls in. And it settles in just long enough for you all to notice it and to look around before it begins to get thick and encompassing, blocking your vision of the forests and of your surroundings until all that you can see is your campfire and the 5 of each other, before it dissipates, and you find yourselves standing in a bog with a long wooden, what's the word? Dock. Or boardwalk stretching out in front of you.
Already not trusting this. I'm bringing out the shield and the warhammer.
I'm guessing Samoya recognizes where we are.
You can probably take an educated guess.
Well, then she's probably just going to look and stare daggers at Crest and ask him, "What did you do this time, you idiot?"
I did nothing. I was, I took my watch and then I was sleeping all night.
What does this have to do with Crest?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with me.
Crest.
She's just going to shake her head and call Kit to remain close to her.
Samoya, do you know what's going on?
Ask the idiot.
I'm asking you because he doesn't seem to be wanting to answer any questions.
If I'm correct in what I assume has happened, then we're at the mercy of his deity.
So I'm going to interject just to cause less confusion. It's his patron, not a deity.
Okay.
Just so, because I know that Lexus might go what with the mention of a deity. So it's his patron, and Samoya probably would have said patron and not deity.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna cast Bless at a 2nd level, and I'm gonna put it on myself, Javaria, 5s, and Samoya.
All right. Because of where you are, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Oh shit.
Ooh, let's do 5.
No, why
Yeah,
not?
let's do 5. Yeah.
So you go to cast Bless, and instead of the holy light that you're used to seeing,
I don't think we're used to seeing holy light anymore.
when the holy light that you want to see, this green sick light pours down on everyone, and let's do, and you all lose 5 hit points.
And we were
Look, I'm trying.
You were fully rested, yes.
Okay.
Now, Is that on everyone or just the people he went to cast it on?
So it would have just been the targets that he went to cast it on. Was Crest one of those targets?
Crest was not one of
he
those
was not.
targets. Since this is supposed to be Crest's patron, he kind of figures that Crest isn't going to be touched, but he still doesn't trust it, given where we're at.
Okay. So you have
We
this.
still get the benefits of the bless, though, yeah?
What's that?
Do we still get the benefits of the bless?
No,
Crap.
Oh, even the bless didn't go off?
it did not.
Oh, this doesn't sit well.
I can just imagine a booming voice. You have no
Right.
power here.
You have no power here.
So Crest hears his patron's voice call through the bog. Lead your friends forward that I might meet them finally. It's time that we began our talks.
Yes, of course. So I'm gonna turn to the rest of them and just say, look, if this is Baba Yaga's realm, which I'm fairly certain it is, just be courteous, do not be hostile, and we should all be fine. She's not one to just outright harm the people that she could play with.
Given his religious background and fighting evils and whatnot, would Lexus even know who she is?
There's a chance. Give me a.
I think we
see.
covered this the first time we ran to Baba Yaga. Like, I'm trying to remember if Fives knows who she is, and I've heard like stories.
I don't think he gave us Baba Yaga's name to begin with, though,
I think there's
he
definitely like
because
there.
he was missing his tongue.
Yeah.
I feel like he described it though when he wrote down.
I did write down everything about that encounter, just minus details about Samoya and the gem.
Right. So like we knew about the chicken house, we knew about her.
Yeah,
and-
but did he say the name? Did he write the name Baba Yaga?
I don't think he wrote the name Baba Yaga, but he wrote a detailed description of her, and I think Fives did some roles that
Fives
allowed him to
recognized
recall
her.
some stories.
Yeah.
Yes, because
yeah.
I even honestly I distinctly remember Rojan's voice in saying like
Yeah.
chastising like, did you talk to Baba Yaga? Are you effing
No,
kidding me? Or something like-
I don't think I said Baba Yaga though. All I think I remember is when Fives said something, it just sounded like he was dealing with an evil fae.
Okay, well,
I don't remember chastising him specifically for talking to Baba Yaga.
All right, so give me. Let's just go with that and give me a either history or religion check to see if you know much about Baba Yaga.
I am the worst cleric in the world. I do not have points in religion
Do this.
Gee,
that
or-
explains everything.
or history.
That explains every last thing that's going on.
I know, right?
That's why we keep getting tentacles instead
Yeah,
of
it's
holy
like-
light.
Wrong God, dude. Wrong God.
18, nice. So yeah, I think somewhere along the way, Lexus has found a story in a book. Maybe he studied some Fae legends for a while. And you came across stories of Baba Yaga, but the stories were conflicting. Some of them paint her in a light that is malicious and trickstery and evil. Others of stories, however, paint her in a light of being not necessarily benevolent, but not aggressive and going out of her way to be harmful towards them. It was more of a she works to meet her own ends kind of thing.
So she's not necessarily chaotic evil. She's more of like a lawful evil.
It depends on who you talk to, is what is kind of the gist that you would get from that.
Just don't talk to the idiot.
Okay, so I think with that, Lexus feels like if you play it cool and you don't insult her, she's really not gonna try to like take you out. So I'm gonna put my weapons away.
Okay. So you guys are walking down this boardwalk, and the boards under your feet creak and moan they give a little in places there are soft spots, and you're walking for what seems like a day. But every time that you turn around, you swear that the trees that are behind you are the ones that you started at. But there's nothing around you other than this boardwalk, the bog behind you that doesn't seem to move, and the way forward. So you continue to walk. And it gets to the point where you're beginning to feel tired. You're beginning to feel exhausted. Like you've done nothing but walk down this creaky, rotting boardwalk for the last 23 hours. And finally, there's a green glow in a circle ahead of you. And Crest, this circle and this setup has gotten to be familiar and almost begins to feel comforting and home-like for you. The green aura that spills forth from it almost calls out to you to come closer, and you get this wash of home and restfulness across you, while the rest of you get a very uneasy feeling seeing this green, sickly, pale aura coming from ahead of you.
I think I'll probably turn to them once again and just remind them that be kind to her and she will be kind in return. And then I'll step into the circle.
Okay. And you actually notice that one of the skulls that normally turns to watch you as you enter is off center and tilted, as if someone has kind of knocked into it.
It's a little off. But I'll proceed as usual.
Okay.
Can I walk into the circle and put the skull normal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Spine's a little OCD like that.
Okay. Yeah, and so you have to pick it up off the spike and recenter and set it down. And then it turns to you and it opens its mouth in what would be like a grin from a skull. And it kind of nods its head a little bit, and then it turns and watches Crest along with the rest of them.
I smile as much as a bird can smile back at it. And then I kind of just do one of these and just kind of like get close to Crest. I figure it's not going to hurt him. So if I'm by him, I'm not going to get hurt either.
That's sound logic. What are the rest of you doing?
Probably Samoya's following her idiot.
Swearing under her breath the whole time?
Yep.
All right.
Sundry as a mofo.
How about Lexus and Javaria? You guys have this uneasy feeling.
Yeah. A little unnerved. One being because the bless didn't even go off on everyone. It just hurt us. So kind of feeling like if it does break out into a fight, the assistance that he may use with his holy magic may be cut off from them, putting them at a distinct disadvantage.
What about Javaria?
So as I'm walking by Lex's side, and as we're walking in, I'm kind of like staying kind of close. I'm just like, so what is wrong? Like, why isn't the little fancy glowy working?
Here or in
Yes.
general? Here it may be because this is a different realm and Baba Yaga has full control over it. Meaning I may not be able to reach my god here.
Well, let's hope you don't have a reason to need him. She gives this really uneasy grin, and she's gonna keep following along with the others.
So you guys, the hut stands in this marshy field in front of you, surrounded by these skulls on pikes. And it's settled down at the moment to where the porch is sitting on the marsh, and there's some steps leading up to it. Crest, you don't notice any sign of the iconic legs that you've seen in the past. And the door hangs half ajar, and there's a warm orange light pouring out of it, and smells of something cooking.
I think before entering, probably gonna mumble under my breath, just enough so whoever's closest, Fives, probably hears me
I
say
hear everything.
something seems off, and then I'm gonna proceed inside.
Okay, as you get to the door, it slams in your face.
Something definitely seems off.
Runes emblazoned in the door frame begin to glow. Give me a Arcana check. Fives. Or not fives, excuse me. That would go terribly wrong. Crest.
Yep, it's magic.
I am proficient in that as well.
Okay. Good. So you concentrate for a moment. The runes on the door frame shift. And it spells out an incantation that says that the DM can't remember it from memory. Hang on.
That's an odd thing for it to say.
Buffering. The door just says buffering.
It's got the little circle.
Yeah, the little support net and child.
God damn it. All right, what I'm going to have to do, hang on, let me go find my actual book for this. If I have it, do I have it? That's a good question too, actually. Nope. All right, it's in my other room. I will make it up on the spot. It says, unlock my locked door and enter my warm rooms. And there's the symbol for it's basically like a hand knocking on a door 3 times.
That seems a little fishy, but I'll knock 3 times directly on top of the symbol.
And at that point, the hut stands up and lurches forward onto its legs, throwing all of you into the marsh in front of it. Rising up 30 feet into the air, these chicken legs are now standing in front of you. And that's where we're going to end for this week.
Oh, jeez.
What did you do?
Off the house!
I have a feeling I know what's happening, but it doesn't make me any more comfortable about it.
Wait, are we gonna have to chase the house?
You'll have to just come back next week and find out.
No! Balls. Hey, we get that +1 for next
Hey.
week too, right?
You do.
But what about the stay tuned for scenes from the next Tomb of Annihilation?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Tomb of Annihilation, where I'm not telling you any spoilers.
God damn it. Not
Where
even
I
a
just
teaser?
constantly try to heal people and they take damage.
Heal the boss. Heal the boss.
So
No, scenes from the next where Crest gets called an idiot at least 30 more times.
Ah, jeez.
Arya yelling over Lex, stop helping!
just as like a show notes kind of thing. We have the 10th is our next show, and then we don't have one again for the rest of the year, right?
the 7th is our next show. Or excuse me, the 10th. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
math. I saw 3. I add 7 to that, and so I said the 7th. Yes, the 10th is our final show for the year. We will be back in January. We're just going to take a break for the holidays. I'm doing some traveling. We've got Christmas Eve in there and then New Year's Eve. And my plan is to be shit hammered on New Year's Eve and probably couldn't DM if I wanted to.
That sounds like a great idea.
So we're going to be back. We're going to be back next week, and then we will be back in January of 2018. I almost said 2019. It's like I almost want that year to be
Damn.
over already.
Dude,
For
yeah,
some
can we
reason,
skip
I'm going to get off that soapbox.
Can we just skip it? Can we just like go to the part where the recession comes? I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is Tomb of Annihilation. This is Blood Moon Adventures. We are having a ton of fun. This is our 9th episode. If you haven't caught them all and you want to, they're all up on YouTube. Thanks to Alicorn, who does all the work that I should be doing, but I'm way too much of a scrub to do. Actually, I just forget. But she's put them all up on YouTube. They're in a playlist. She's organized them, and it's much better than I would have ever thought to do. So if you guys need to catch up on anything that we've done in the past, if you missed an episode, they'll all be there. So, Spooner, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am Spooner Sloth, and I stream here on Twitch. I guess technically I'm a variety streamer, but right now I'm kind of a Skyrim streamer. And we will be doing some Destiny 2 content because Curse of Osiris, the DLC, drops on Tuesday. But otherwise, we are right now doing kind of like a character by committee sort of build where Chad has helped put a lot of input, and they're still in the process of putting input. Every time I run into a different quest chain or faction or anything in Skyrim, I put it to vote. Whatever anybody wants, we end up doing, and that becomes that playthrough's canon. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm back to doing day streams, and this week in particular, I'll be doing a lot more of them. So yeah, that's me.
Right on. HP Fox, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I'm the guy that gets asked questions when he's in the middle of drinking coffee.
I wasn't watching.
I'm HB Fox, and I'm the manager behind The Hunter Wild. We have a community-oriented variety cast here on Twitch. We play almost literally anything and everything. I have to put that in there for legal reasons.
I'm very curious about the legal reasons.
Well, take it up with my lawyer.
Shang?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
We've been playing a lot of RimWorld lately because we're kind of in a strange spot where we're going to be taking some breaks here in the coming months. I think Hunter's going out of town in 3 days and then out of town again near the end of the month. So right now we don't really want to jump in anything that's going to require a lot of dedication and time. So we'll be playing things like RimWorld and Steep and City Skylines and stuff like that for the next month or so. And then jumping into a lot of launch events next year.
Sounds good. Rojan, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
Aside from not really healing anybody here, I've got my own channel where I do a variety of RPG games, fighting games, FPS games. Right now, thanks to Spooner's horrible influence, playing a lot of Skyrim.
Bethesda, hit me up.
Playing a lot of modded Skyrim right now, going through our Barbarian run and counting down the days to I almost said Destiny. Dauntless with their sharpen your skills expansion.
Right on.
Or update, I should say, not expansion.
Mags, who are you? What do you do on the internet other than misspell lose?
You snooze, you lose.
I'm Hybrid Magpie. I'm a creative caster here on Twitch. I do emotes, overlays, basic channel art. We also play a variety of different video games, and right now I am so excited they actually fixed H1Z1's Just Survive game, because they borked it and now they've unborked it, and I'm very happy. Also, I'll probably be playing quite a bit of that on and off cast.
Right on. Alicorn, who are you? What do you do here on the internet?
Me. I'm the community manager for Dungeons and Distractions. I try to do lots of other stuff also. Like I'm really good at watching TV.
Me too,
I stream,
actually.
I stream sometimes, but not very often. I'm gonna try to stream more regularly, but being sick takes up a lot of my time, so there's a lot of reality TV. And that's pretty about it for me.
All right, I'm Impious. I, here with the help of Rojan, run Dungeons and Distractions here on Twitch. Sunday nights we have this game, Blood Moon Adventures, which is our 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation game. I almost said Monday nights. Monday nights is nothing right now. It might be a thing later, but right now it's nothing. Tuesday nights is Gibbering Mouthers, which is our 5th edition game where everybody literally just got nuked last session other than a certain Fox's character. I'm not going to name HP Fox's name. And then Wednesday nights is RPG Mixtape, which is a show where every month we have a new guest star and we pick a new system to play for the month. This month we're going to be playing Shadowrun, which is one of my favorite settings in the world. It's cyberpunk fantasy. It is elves and orcs and dwarves and machine guns and hacking and drones and katanas. and it's a lot of fucking fun. We are going to go on a raid. This is something we do at the end of every cast just to go show our love and support to another community and channel here on Twitch. We're going to go raid the Hunter Wild. I am going to actually do the raid command. I'm terrible at doing this. It's going to pop up in your chat at the top that direction. Nope, that direction. There we go. The top right. And go ahead and hit join so that when we head over there, you automatically go over with us. And we are going to flood their chat with our raid call, which is I heard there were dragons in here. Show them some love. Hunter is a fantastic caster, and they have a fantastic community over there that I may or may not have poached from to fill our cast on about half of you guys, to be honest.
Yep.
I met 4 of you guys through Hunter's chat. And he's got a great community over there, some wonderful people, as evident by the 4 people that I poached here. So if you guys haven't been over there, go give him go over there with us in the raid, and we will see you next week to see what kind of antics everybody gets up to in Baba Yaga's hut and how much I make them hate me for it. I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for the love and support, and go show Hunter that same love and support. Night, guys.
Night.
Hurrah!
What I've actually